Hi, everybody. It's me, Melody, and welcome to my stream. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in and make sure you share because hopefully we have a nice stream tonight. Um, Pretty much this is a freestyle stream, an open panel because I don't really have anything to talk about except it's my birthday. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys some insight on what I did for my birthday. So I am an Aries all month long though, even during Pisces season. I celebrated my birthday. I was partying, I was hosting parties with my family. I don't really like going out to parties alone, so I'm always with family and friends. Um, I had multiple birthday dinners. Tonight, my parents, well, my whole family, they took me out for my actual birthday dinner, and I had a good time. So tonight, I'm gonna have an open panel. We can talk about whatever you guys want, but actually, I kind of wanna piggyback off of Chantel and Ruby's conversation because it was a very good conversation, and I want you guys to tell me what do you think about women who thirst trap or they're dressing half naked on social media. Um, and I'm gonna speak my truth because anybody who has my IG, anybody who have my Facebook know um I'm a little thirst trappy, but I'm gonna have that conversation because sometimes as a woman it's good to talk about your weaknesses, like, with things you had problems with at one point. I don't really have a problem with it anymore, but, we can have that conversation. But I'm going to drop the link real quick. Hold on one second. I posted the link. Anybody who want to come up, you can come up and we can have this conversation. I'm holding myself accountable because I can relate to that conversation. So, Chantel, if you're out there, or Ruby, if you're out there, if you want to come up, I would like to continue that conversation and actually hold myself accountable for the thirst trap picks. So please hit the link for a second, Chantel, because I'm about to keep it real about myself. Also, um, there was something else I wanted to talk about too. Oh, let me see who's here. Oh, it's a game changer. Hi, game changer.
Happy birthday, Melody.
Thank you. I appreciate that. How are
Yeah,
you today?
pretty good, pretty good.
Hold on. Let me just fix my volume real quick. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So I want to continue the conversation Chantel was having over on her panel about the thirst trappy picks.
Yeah, definitely. In fact, you're the reason why I had that particular view, the view that I had on the thirst trappy picks, um, because I really yours was one of the first Instagram accounts that I've seen. So
Mm-hmm.
just a little history on it. You were new to my channel, and then somebody hit me up in the back chat, like, hey, watch out for this Melody girl. Look at her Instagram. Look at this. Look at this picture. Look at that picture. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't really think much of it because, I mean, from what I understood, like all Instagram is like that. So didn't
Mm-hmm.
really have much of an opinion on it. But then I got to know you and stuff. I was like, okay, I don't really see any correlation between salacious pictures and a person's personality type. So yeah, I was like, and then I was thinking about you, and I was saying, perhaps she just didn't know. what's appropriate or what's, what's whatever, what message is sending and how that message is received.
Right. And I honestly didn't realize in the beginning. See, I know some women are thirst trappy because they don't have self-love for themselves. They want to get out there. They want to get as much attention from men as they could. But I was the opposite. I pretty much love the way I look. I love myself, and I just like showing off. And just like nobody's perfect. Just like Chantel said on one of her shows, she had tattoos, but that don't mean she's Keisha. That doesn't mean she's not feminine. Well, this was one of my weaknesses. This is one of my problems. I actually like to go on Instagram. I'm not going to say half naked, but I like to, do the duck lips sometimes and maybe have some short shorts on. But
Mhm.
like you said, I'm not doing it for the attention. I'm not.
Well, you are, but you're not doing it in the sense that they think you're doing it. It's not a matter of like low self-esteem, or you're not trying to set dudes up, take advantage, or things like that. It doesn't send the message that they were saying that is sent doesn't necessarily apply to you. And you mentioned Chantel, and that's another example. Her tattoo sends off a message that I don't really think applies to her. She's gotten a lot of criticism off of that. Um,
Right.
and don't get me wrong, there are implications that's a part of having black women with tattoos, in particular. But hey, if it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply. But most importantly, if Eric's happy with it, then I say continue with it. And
Right.
that's why I had the position that I had on Chantel's show, on that, because
Right.
quite frankly, I don't really, like I said, I don't Instagram, so I'm not really. I really wouldn't have had much thought on the conversation.
Exactly. And you know what? I see now that it's wrong. You will probably never see me. Actually, you will never see me post another thirst trappy pic again because coming to this space taught me a lot. I'm not gonna even lie. Like those pictures I used to post, I see that the men in the space don't respect that. In my real life, men weren't really coming at me like that, telling me, "Hey, you're disrespecting yourself. You need to go cover up. You need to put some clothes on." Men wasn't telling me that in my real life, but coming on here, I got a different perspective of what men are really thinking. Like, oh, she's a 304. She needs to cover up. She needs to respect herself. She's insecure. I mean, there's a lot of things that men think that I never even thought you guys thought.
Well, I mean,
So,
as a general rule, men don't tell women to put clothes on, unless he's related to her or not attracted to her, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, so don't expect many men to tell you to put your clothes on. So I
right,
get why society can have a lot of young ladies confused, and that's what I was saying on the panel. I wish
ex-
Ruby would come up because, or is she out there?
oh, it's Chantel. Hi,
Oh,
Chantel.
cool.
Hey,
Hey guys.
Chantel.
Oh,
What's going on,
hey,
though?
hey, Nixon. I'm gonna go in order. I want to hear first. I want to hear L. Nixon's take on this. What do you
Well,
think?
what's going on? Happy birthday, Jersey girl.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, well, it all depends, right? Because first, I mean, you are comfortable with yourself. It's not like, you're in a relationship. Now, I can see, like, with certain people asking, like, what are you trying to go for? Like, are you trying to attract a certain type of man and all that? I
Hmm.
get that. But personally, like, I didn't really have an issue with it. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about it. When you're around a lot of guys who may not or not used to certain attractive women, you know what I mean, they act like it. Like that never bothered me. Like I don't really go crazy with the thirst comments that I see in the IG anyway. Like it'd be some crazy ass comments. So I guess if you're getting that type of stuff, then I can see why. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you would kind of want to, you know what I mean, like switch it up. But at the same time, the pics don't match. Like your personality is dope. Like you're cool. you don't stun a lot of guys. You're real approachable and stuff like that. So
Thank you.
it's not like the regular, chicks where they're just doing it for thirst and have a nasty ass attitude. So I
Mhm.
don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, you're not hurting nobody. You're not in a relationship to where it's gonna bother somebody. But if you are looking for a certain type of attention or a certain type of man, then that would be the only reason why I would mix it up. But there's nothing wrong with a woman being comfortable in her body. I mean, I'm with it.
I agree. I agree, but coming to the space, I think it is wrong. I don't think I should be out here dressed anyway,
Of
you know.
course, because you're in this space. You got to look at this space. You know what I mean? A lot of guys in here aren't comfortable with themselves. A lot of guys have issues that are reflecting from their childhood and all that. Like, a lot of guys feel uncomfortable when women come off with a certain type of tone and certain type of authority instead of saying, "Hey, well, I'm cool with the way she talks because I'm a man at the end of the fucking day, so that shit don't bother me." So you got to look at what's in this space. A lot of guys gonna have a lot of issues with a lot of things anyway.
Exactly. Well, thanks for that. Hi, Chantel.
Hey guys. Hey panel. I'm sorry, I can't see your name. The guy who
Oh,
just spoke.
I'm gonna read the super chats and then get to you, okay?
Okay.
Just so we can do this. Okay, so hi Dane and thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, "Happy birthday, Melody. Some birthday money. I appreciate it." And Kendra Scott says, "A few birthday dollars for you, Melody. Hope you enjoy your day." Yes, I did. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Chantal.
So we have to forgive ourselves for what we didn't know, and you said that you didn't know that's how it's perceived when you post certain things on social media. I don't think it's much of like what the gentleman was just saying about the men in the space. I think it's just it is what it is. As I said on the panel that I had with Ruby, there's a reason why Michelle Obama is Michelle Obama, and there's a reason why Cardi B is Cardi B. How you
Right.
carry yourself. But as you said, now you know that you're aware moving forward, you'll make the necessary changes. And it was the same for me. If I could go back to when I got my tattoos, I probably wouldn't have. But I didn't know what I didn't know, right? So you just gotta
Mhm.
forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know. I can't stay long. I came up to. Do you mind telling your age?
I am a year older than you.
Oh
Just
yeah.
know that. Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, we're
Just
up there.
No,
just
no,
because I always send
you're
like
2 months older than her, or 3 months older than her.
No,
yeah,
no.
because I'm
Oh, okay.
31 in July. So
Okay. All right. Yeah.
yeah, because I always
Dang.
send age like your age. I just wanted to send you your age in a super chat.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
old. I'm
thank
So
old
you.
up in here. I'm
How
I'm
old are
old up in
you?
here.
I
Damn.
just wanted to send you your age in a.
Well, Chantel, before you go,
Mm.
I was gonna send you a message. The reason why that whole EG guy was an issue, I don't think that he was doing it deliberately, but like when he was putting his fingers together, like that in front of the camera, the bots could misread it as something else, as a body part.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because remember, Melody was flashed, and but I
Yeah,
don't think that that was his intentions. But I was like, dang, he got his fingers pressed together like that. That's not, a
yeah.
computer can misread that. So that's why I was saying that.
All right, thanks for that. I mean, when he was flashing his camera, it got me nervous, but
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Yeah,
I
be
don't know,
careful.
Game Changer. How do you send like? I'll cash app you, Melody. It's fine.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Happy birthday and enjoy
Thank
the conversation. I'm going to my bed. You already know my
you.
bed.
Good
All right.
Bye,
night.
guys.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for
All right,
coming.
Chantel.
So I'm going to read the next one. It's from Game Changer. He says, "Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you." Can you read that how you wanted to read it?
No,
How you,
I can't do that. I'm
okay.
like singing and stuff. Oh, wait a
Thank
minute.
you.
Look at Blue. Okay, you wanna play games, huh? Hold on, I'll be right back.
What happened?
Yeah, but I can imagine though, like the comments. Like look, I have a lot of female friends that they tell me about the comments, the crazy comments. I mean, even in the space. I mean, I'm not gonna put it out there, but fellas be wilding out in the DM. That's all I gotta say. Like,
Oh,
damn.
yeah, definitely.
Like,
but oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's like, you know, act like you've seen Pretty Women before. Like, it's crazy, it's unbelievable. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know what's crazy? The inboxes. Like
yeah.
guys automatically, they might think that you're a certain way, but you're really not. You just, have confidence in yourself. You want to go up, and I can't explain it. I really can't
I
explain it.
mean, you can explain it like this, like just like people can mistake that, right, and think that that's how you are, right? We
Mhm.
mistake guys in this space for a lot of stuff, right? Because everybody on here, they pretend to be a certain type of way. They come off to be, even the nice guys. You got to watch everybody. So sometimes they don't match up for a lot of people. So the thing is, never come in and assume it. Like come in and be respectful, especially if you cool with the person. If they wear like a an outfit that may like be form fitting, they just may want to show off, maybe feel good about themselves. They don't necessarily mean that what I'm saying, like they want that type of attention, or just because they're in a bikini at the beach don't mean you got to grab their butt, or what I'm saying, say something crazy. It's like, come on, man, people should allow to be people without you just volunteering certain type of unnecessary comments and stuff like that. Like don't send unsolicited dick pics and all that. Come on, man, that shit is corny. Like, stop it.
It's corny, but you can't really blame them for assuming, when they see a woman dressed a certain way, they assume she's a certain way. But
Nah, hold
it's
on, Mel. That's corny in this day of age where people are getting clowned and the screenshot is like gangster. Do not set yourself up like that. Don't be sending random pics that women didn't even ask for. Like that's how you get clowned. Like, come on, man. Your ass end up on somebody's screen, or being passed around because you sending stuff people didn't ask. Like even the men, like even the women and men, like, yo, set yourself up for success. don't be sending stuff out there if you don't know the person want it, because hey, anything after that is a wrap.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got a point about that. But
Um, or excuse me, Chantel is asking how what's your cash app? Uh,
oh
it's $ Melody Show, MELODYSHOW. Nothing in between it.
yeah, thanks, Chantel.
Hey, but
And
Mel, I'm gonna drop down because I got to go back in the kitchen. But I see I got my fam up here. I got everybody up here. We got Classic Ruby up here, and we got my cousin Mel. I told you this is like a family reunion over here.
is he really your cousin, or you just call him your cousin?
Nah, I adopted Mel a long time ago. Over here,
Hey,
him
man,
and
word.
him and Young East, they like my cousins. You know
My
what I'm
man right there.
Oh, because we
saying?
all from the East Coast. Yeah. I
Mm.
mean, is that why?
Yeah, and plus, it's like a family vibe over here. Like, y'all gave me a lot of love. GC, all y'all. So I always shout y'all out, man. Y'all like my family over here.
You already know.
But,
So
well,
we
She
happy
really doing
birthday.
that Chantel Simone laying on
thank you.
her couch.
All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later.
All right, bye.
I'm in the
All
chat.
right.
I'm in the
Okay,
Take
so
care,
chat.
man. Take care, bro.
I'm gonna read the rest of these super chats and then get to Ruby. Okay, so Blue TV 2021. Thank you so much. He says, "Happy birthday." Thank you. I appreciate you, Blue. And oh look, GC. He says, "Now what, Blue TV?" Thanks,
That was
GC.
funny.
Can you match that, Blue? Because
The
20.
you
one
sent
cent?
20, right? He sent 20, you sent 20. Now what you gonna send now?
No. I said $20 and one.
20.1. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. 20, oh, 20.1. Okay, Blue.
$20.01. He beat it by 1 cent. That was his bid.
Right. So, oh, Platinum. We got Platinum. He says, "Happy birthday." Thank you, Platinum, for the $25 super chat. I appreciate you. And we have Snuggles
You
668.
ignorant.
Oh, she ignorant. She
Mm.
says, "Happy 50th birthday. Hope you live to see many more. I see my favorite YouTube couple as usual. I would like you people to drop the link." You know what, Snuggles? I'm gonna drop the link. I really want you to come up today for me. It's my birthday. I would like to see you come up and say happy birthday to
Exactly.
me. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
drop the link, and I want you to really come up and say happy birthday.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Right.
Your cousin, it ain't coming up here, man. It always asking for a damn link.
So I want to hear from Ruby, but I'm gonna say this real quick. Another thing that women with curvy bodies get pushback for is just wearing form-fitted clothes, and I don't think it's fair. Like I see a lot of people come at Danica Marie, and all she be wearing is jeans and a shirt, and it looks revealing because she has a body. You get what I mean? But like if a skinny girl wore it, it wouldn't look so revealing. So what do you think about that, Ruby?
Well, first of all, happy birthday, girls! Oh my God!
Thank
I'm
you.
very excited. Very excited. So I'm glad I could just you get a little bit of extra time. I was like, I looked at Miss Ruby and I'm like, baby, it's her birthday. I just gotta see let's up quick, you know. So you know, I asked Nick, he's like, fine, I'm gonna take a shower and then I'm coming back out. So I got that long. Anyway, okay. So now as for the body thing, actually, so in the same discussion when I was saying on Chantal's panel, when I was saying that, I had just gone on to my Black Planet looking for a particular photo, to prove that I'm more beautiful with my long, wavy, fake hair, basically. A bunch of other discussions came up, and that was another one because my mom was saying how when we went to Jamaica with my like ex-boyfriend when I was like 21, like much younger, right? When we went to Jamaica with him, she said that was the first time she had ever seen me dress scandalously, and that I'd never dressed scandalously again. And I'm
Right.
like, and I tallied in my head because I'm like, I know what I was wearing in Jamaica that trip versus my trip in 2015. I know, and I'm telling you that for sure my clothes were far smaller in 2015 than they were when I was 21, right?
Right.
And now, but I figured out why, and I said it to her. I said, well, but Mom, the problem is that, back then when I was 21, I was 220 pounds, which means I had a lot of boob. Okay. I had a
Mhm.
flat tummy, but I was so voluptuous. So even if you just put a tube top on me that covered all my skin, it still looks more scandalous than when we went in 2015 and I was almost 112 pounds. Like I was underweight. And so I had no, voluptuousness, even though proportionally I stayed the same, right? But because I was so skinny, it didn't matter that I was wearing really short shorts and a tube top and whatever. I just looked like I was wearing clothes. Like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's so sexy. But all I had to do was wear a tube top and jeans when I was 220 pounds, and it looked like I was trying to like beg for sex, basically. So to that point, I 100% agree. It depends on what your body looks like, honestly, and how much of each thing you have. And I think it also depends on how much you radiate or exude sexiness, because not everyone
Mhm.
does, right? Some
Right.
people, just the way that they hold their bodies, you could put them in the sexiest looking thing and no one will find it attractive, right? And then some
Exactly.
people, yeah, right, some people could be wearing like a whole nun uniform and it will still be sexy somehow, right? It's just,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like I keep bringing up Danica, and I
Hmm.
don't even have big breasts, but like you said, it's the sex appeal, like the way I walk and everything. I think that's what it is because I don't have big boobs and I don't have the fattest booty. You get me? But it's just like people always say, "Oh, why you look like this? Why you dress like that?" It's I can have jeans on and a t-shirt showing a little bit of cleavage, and it just looks
Hmm.
crazy to people. So yeah, you're right about that. And I actually used
Hmm.
to have a teacher when I was younger, and she used to wear just like jeans, a t-shirt. She was my Spanish teacher, but it's like parents used to complain all the time, why is she wearing that to school? And people used to be like, she's wearing the same thing all the other teachers are wearing. And that's not fair.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, it's not fair. Listen, I don't know if any other teacher in my school ever wore a thong ever, but I know Mademoiselle Daminoff did. And part of it was because she was very voluptuous, very curvaceous, and then she wore very tight form-fitting clothing. Did other teachers maybe make that same mistake that she did? I don't know, maybe, but we weren't paying attention to those teachers' bodies. But we did notice hers, and so we literally, well, we shamed her. We started singing, the song "Wild Thing." wow thing.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, right. Well, back then there was a commercial for Cheese String that used that song, and so we just changed it to G String and then sang it at her. G
Mhm.
String. So whatever question she asked us in class, that was everyone's answer. Like the whole 30 of us, like we conspired. And then she ended
See?
up quitting. Yeah, no, we were terrible. Like collectively as a student body, we're terrible. But the point is that it was the same thing. I can name every single teacher that was incredibly voluptuous and very built bodies. I can remember them very clearly. If they didn't wear a bra, if they didn't this, if they didn't that. What were the big ones that were not that attractive with saggy boobs who maybe were very petite? What did they wear? We don't know. We didn't pay attention to them, right? Like, so they might have been making all the same decisions, but that's not who we noticed. We noticed the voluptuous ones, right? And the teachers
Exactly.
definitely, and the administration definitely noticed the voluptuous ones and punished them accordingly for being voluptuous. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
And that's not fair. Like, it's really not. And I know women that's skinny that can go on social media in panties and twerk, and nobody would say anything.
Pretty much.
Literally, yeah, panties and twerk. But it's let somebody sexy go on there. It's a problem. So, Mel, what's your take on that? Mel?
Oh, maybe he went to the bathroom or something. So we'll wait for him for a second. Can we laugh at the Cash App wars that are going on in your chat? Because
Oh,
I just think it's funny. Blue answered. Boy, he answered. He was like,
yeah.
"You ain't gonna get me, comma."
Mhm.
Right? Like, he was down.
So look what you did, GC. You made him send $50. Thank you, Blue. Thanks for the $50 super chat. And we have L. Nixon. He
Well, you
says,
skip Platt.
Yeah, you skipped Platt because Platt beat both of them, and then so Blue had
really?
to beat everybody. That's really what happened. I
Wait,
saw
no,
that.
Nope.
I read Platt, didn't I?
Platt
Nope.
sent 25, and I sent another 25, making my total $25.01. And then
Oh, I could have sworn I read Platt already.
Oh, you said another five, GC. Oh yeah,
yeah,
see, I told you you're not keeping up with the war of Melody. As soon as you stopped reading, they kept going. It's been hilarious.
Oh my God. Okay, so Platinum thinks he says happy birthday with the 25. Let me see
Mel, you
what.
feeling like a stripper right now, man? They throwing these dollars at you like this?
Oh man, GC. Now what, Platt? Thank you, GC. And we have Blue TV with the 50. And I read L. Nixon. No, I didn't. He says none of this is an issue outside of the West. A woman's body and nudity is not over dramatized. Some people have topless weather girls, and it's normal. Yes, the Spanish channel. Turn to the Spanish channel. Oh my God, girls come out there naked in bikinis.
A lot of
I've
Europe.
seen
Yeah, a lot of Europe is like that too. Sorry, just it's different. Like even sex, even the concept of fidelity, and being 304 or whatever, very different in places like Paris, for example, right? Like where, when I say like, sex is not part of the getting to know you process for me, but for them, man, they kiss everybody on the lips, like when they first meet them, let alone anything else that you could do with someone. Oh, I want to take you to bed because I think you're fun, or I think you're comfy, or I think you're attractive. They don't care. They have a different conception surrounding sex and sexuality. Or like in Germany, there's not a lot. Honestly, their marriage rates are low as well. But when you look at the way that they see things, it's just different. Like, men and women, they just partner together because you got to raise kids and you got to pay bills and you got to whatever, and it's cheaper and it's better to just do it together. And as long as you can fulfill each other's needs, you stay together. And if you can't, then all right, cool. One goes away, the other one goes away. Y'all move on in life. Like, it's just, things are very different depending on, where you are in the world. Not everything's like it is here. It's really not.
So why is this such a problem in America? What do you think? Like, why are women shamed for being half naked here?
I think because we have problems. We have a lot of problems, but I think the problem is that we don't actually really know, understand, or want to embrace the real problems. So we're trying to blame something that is more of a symptom than it is a cause. That's what I think. I think we just don't know.
But
Oh, yeah.
oh hey
well,
Mel.
Oh, my bad.
Go ahead, GC, and then Mel.
Okay. Well, I think he stepped away, but yeah. As far it's interesting, Ruby, because I seen old episodes of Family Feud, and they had this guy, and he's long gone. So here we have what's called the Game Show Network, and my grandma watches it all the time. And basically, it's reruns of really, really, really old game shows, like from the '70s. And
Mhm.
um, they had a host of the Family Feud. Now it's Steve Harvey, I think. And this dude, he used to just like right in front of everybody, kiss people's wives on the lips, fill them up and everything, just right in front of the husband, right there,
Mhm.
all the time. You know who that dude? You know what his name was?
Oh, ah, was it something Anderson maybe? I know
Oh,
what you're talking about.
the white
Yeah.
guy, right?
So yeah. So yeah.
Louis Anderson, right?
Huh? Oh,
Louis
Louis.
Is this
Anderson?
Louis
No, not
Anderson?
Louis Anderson.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
different.
his name was Richard Dawson.
Okay, Richard Dawson.
There you go.
Yeah. So I was like, why was that cool? And then you mentioned like Europe and everything, and it just reminded me of that. Like, yeah, there's certain places and times where you just go up and grab a man's wife on the ass and kiss her on the lips, and like, and you just keep going.
Well, what
Yeah,
did Trump say? Trump said he used to grab him by the pussy.
yeah,
Yeah,
Didn't he say that?
yeah.
yeah, he did. I'm just saying, like, it's cultures are different. Cultures are strange. Like, and I
Yeah.
guess American culture, it was cool. Like, if you rich and famous, then that's just what you do. Like, you just walk up and grope a man's wife.
Mhm.
I was watching it with my grandma, like, what the hell?
I know.
You
I
know,
think it's
remember, in America back in, a lot of women wasn't able to really speak up on like sexual assault and all that. Right now, these time and times, like right now, he would be Me Too like crazy. I'm surprised nobody
But
even
they
called
didn't look at it
answer
as
him out.
assault, though, Mel.
Hmm?
They was poking their lips out for it. They knew it was coming. They
Oh
knew
yeah,
they watched the show. They know he's that dude.
and that's
but
highly
it's
weird. Remember,
different
that's highly
though.
weird. They engage in a lot of freaky stuff that we don't even know about.
I don't know.
I will say I think that part of the issue has to do with like women with like say false allegations or just feeling really ashamed or whatever it is, right? Well, why is it like that here? It has to do with the consequences of being targeted by a man's wandering hands and wandering eye, right? And so if you're going to have negative repercussions because some guy grabs your booty and now your husband's calling you a hoe and kicking you out on the street and da 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 da, you're going to care more, right? Whereas in if you are in a country where you're not shamed because men like to grab a feel, your husband likes to grab a feel too, so he's not going to read too much into y'all. Just we're all part of the culture, and it is what it is, and that's fine. So I think that is part of the problem is in these other places, women are not slut shamed in essence, and they weren't slut shamed, and so their cultures haven't changed overly much in a lot of different ways. And women didn't have a lot to really push back against. So they kind of look at feminism, modern feminism, especially as a little bit flighty and stupid. But that's because they already had certain freedoms from, say, the judgment, the group shaming, certain freedoms of being able to express yourself sexually and emotionally and this and that and da, 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 without the same kinds of repercussions that you had in America maybe 50 years ago.
Mm.
So most of the shaming was not really from the men; it was mostly from the women and stuff. They did that, a lot of shaming each other. Like you ever seen that famous interview with Hugh Hefner they did on some talk show with this feminist? He had some of his Playboy bunnies on there also too, and they were speaking up, on his side, his behalf, like you shouldn't be ashamed of showing your body and everything. It's work of art and everything. The women were saying that, and I would say those probably like first wave feminists and everything. Like you don't need to be objectifying yourself, blah blah blah, and everything. Like yeah, like this time you would see like a war between first wave and second wave in a way, feminists and stuff. Because remember, second wave was all sexual liberated and stuff. First wave was more like we should be more than just our bodies and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, so definitely,
Yeah.
especially during the 60s and 70s, all that crazy freaky shit was going on. You know, the free love movement, hippie movement, all that. Like, and looking with the drugs also too.
So I want to ask you a question, Ruby. The show you guys did, you were saying, is it feminine for women to dress sexy? I'm gonna answer that question. I think
Mm.
you can be feminine and still dress sexy. Like I was saying, a lot of the Spanish women and other women in other countries, they dress like that. But that's their culture. They like to dress like Betty Boop and Jessica Rabbit. It makes you feel sexy. And I think that's what it is with me. I think it made me feel sexy to be, not only online, but outside dressed sexy. It makes you feel, because like GC said, it's nothing wrong with wanting attention, especially because it's in our nature, in the female nature. But too much attention can cause negative attention.
Right. And
You
I
know,
mean, to my point, right, and I said this, I'm like, on Chantel, I agree with you, but at the same time, I've been having young women come and ask me for decades, well, what's the answer? I don't have a better answer for you. I really don't, because I see the problem. I see the catch-22, right? Which is that you want to be beautiful, you want to be sexy, you want to be competitive, you want male attention. It's not wrong for you to want attention, and validation, right? Because I mean, unless you're already, married with children, right? Like it's not wrong for you to be a single woman and for you to want validation and attention, and you want attention from more than one man, because as a woman, you don't want to feel like you have no options. You want to be able to, get the attention of many men, so the best man can win you, right? I mean, these are things that are programmed into us. So I get that point and that purpose. I think when you're talking about, like, say, the Betty Boops and whatever, right? Even Betty Boop had she was very tongue in cheek and showed a little bit more, but there was still and this is what I said, there has to be an element of virtuousness. There was still an element of almost a little kid in her, right, in Betty Boop. So even though she was just more sexy than the average, right, she was still very innocent and just sweet, right? So she's still virtuous in a way. So it's like you still felt like, even though she was just like a prostitute would be of that day, right? That she must clearly be a virgin. She's like 12, like, like, I don't know. There was like a virtuousness in it. It's like, you're not doing it to be sexual. You're not doing it to sell sex. You're doing it because almost like you're not even aware of how sexy you are. You're just beautiful. You just put on the dress. You didn't know it was sexy because you're like so young.
Right. It makes you feel sexy. But you know what also plays a factor in how you should dress? Your weight. Like,
that's true.
I hate to say this, but only slimmer girls should feel like that in a dress like Betty Boop. I don't think a big girl like Lizzo should feel sexy in that. I'm sorry, and I know I might get pushback from big women, but don't feel sexy in that. That's not for you. That's not made for you and for your body. You know what I mean?
Well, I think when you get to a certain size, you don't have the right to be sexy. I mean, like, no offense, right? Because I've been on the scale from 112 pounds, 110 pounds to 200 and almost 30 pounds. I've been on all of those weights. And so I can say, when I was 112 pounds, I honestly didn't feel sexy. And it's not surprising that when I wore, batireitas and a tube top, I didn't look sexy. Because honestly, you just don't have the boobs and the ass and the curves and the things that make you feel sexy. Like when you're walking, go ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk. You need a little bit of fat on you to feel womanly. But with that being said, if you have no waist to hip ratio, or the ratio is negative, as in your waist is bigger than your hips and your boobs, right? You shouldn't feel sexy.
No.
You should embrace the fact that you feel uncomfortable, you feel out of shape, you feel as sick as you look realistically, and because it's true, right? Like you don't have time to be trying to attract a man. You need to be focusing on you and getting yourself to a place where you're not going to have a heart attack by the time you're 45, right? Like your priorities should be different when you are visibly, demonstrably unhealthy. So I think it's different.
It's a lot different. So I guess, it depends on that. Yeah, sure. Mel, did you speak?
No, I was about to say, No, I'll go next.
Okay.
I
So
remember this. So,
this is what Richard Dawson used to do.
What he did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
damn, Melly, you
Pretty
really.
much.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're exaggerating, but it's still similar in some
Right.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, were the women upset when he
No,
did that?
nope.
No,
No.
no. And the husband wasn't either. The husband is Family Feud. The
Hmm.
husband and the kids be right there.
Hmm.
That's crazy. Mm.
See, it's context, right? So the context is the husband's already prepared. He knows this is going to happen. It's for TV, it's for ratings. I'm sure they even sell it to the husband, right? And the wife knows this is her opportunity to get felt up on and be sexy on public TV, and her husband's not going to leave her because in any other context he would have, right? On any other context, the man would have been shamed for this, and he would have been told that his wife is 304, and you know, and he would have had to throw her away to save his own dignity and pride, right? But in this context, it's already established. So while there were still guys, I'm sure, who were sitting out on the outside saying, "What a fool!" Right? Your wife's total. My wife would never let that man do that to her. Right? I'm sure there were still guys like that. But you know, when you're thinking about it on the global scale, right? That was probably the only circumstance of the time that those men would not have been bothered. Right? Is this? It's because they watched it, so they're used to it. They're used to seeing it. That's just how the show is. They probably, like I said, they probably prep the guys. Probably.
And
There's
that's what
one.
I'm getting at. That's what I was getting at on Chantel's show, Ruby, as far as the Instagram goes. Like, a social norm of, salacious pictures on Instagram, showing some skin on Instagram, has been established.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's no wonder that a lot of women just, simply don't know. It's easy to conceive, like Melody. Like, like, oh, I thought that this was just the social standard.
All
You
right.
know?
So I'm gonna ask a controversial question to you guys. Does that not make me a pick me because I'm on social media like that?
Like I said on the show, you lose points.
Mm-hmm.
You lose points on crap like that. Now, if you have a complete unwillingness to take it down, then yes, you are not a pick me at that point. But you definitely lose points. Man,
If you
women come at such a point deficit that it's not even funny nowadays. Like that bra and panty chick. This crap like that is just ridiculous.
wait,
I was
who's
gonna
the
say a
blonde
different.
penny? Who is that?
With a chick who had mismatched bra and panties on. The first time was okay because she didn't expect it. The second time, when it was a planned Netflix and chill, then it was like, hey, what the hell? Next time, could you do this? And then the third time, it was deliberate. She just kept doing it. She just kept mismatching it. I'm saying stuff like that when they're incorrigible like that, they're not pick me. But when they don't know any better, like listen, men like to see some type of symmetry or just underwear that makes sense. You know, that's one thing. She probably didn't know any better. But as long as you're willing to, as long as you're moldable, Melody, moldable. That's what pick me's are.
Yeah. I think it depends. It depends on the man, right? Like think about it from this perspective. So just with what GC just said, I used to take great pains and great care and trying to match my bra and panties
As you
and
should.
do the but here's the thing. I literally in my lifetime I've been with almost nobody who cared at all or noticed, let alone cared. They just wanted it off. Like there are men who are visual creatures. They want to see you in the matching bra and panties. They want to see you in the lingerie. They want to see you in that. And then there are men who are just like, oh God, now there's something else I have to take off to get it on the floor. So you're naked. Right. So, I mean, it depends on the man to an extent, right? There are men who are going to be like, no, once anyone else has seen what she got underneath, whatever, then, that's it. They don't care. Right. Or if guys who say, well, no, if you ever liked wearing booby tops or crop tops, that's it. I don't want you. There are guys who will say that. There are guys who will look at you and say, I don't think you dress as scandalously enough. I'm not even kidding. I actually know men like that.
No,
I know.
and I get it, which is why I don't mind because women adapt to the previous life circumstances. If she had like a string of men that don't care, therefore she didn't care. I get it. Like I said, I didn't shade her or anything like that. But like when I specifically ask you, and that's a simple request. That's a very simple request.
That's true.
You
No, I
know,
think that's true. Unless she just didn't have it and she was too ashamed to admit that she can't afford it.
okay,
Because I mean, people do
then
that
then
too.
say that. Why would you have? What the hell? Is it cheaper if they're mismatched? Why would you be
No,
able?
they don't sell them together. Game changer.
They do
They
sell
But
them
it's
sell.
together
so
because when I'm
separate.
No,
walking in Target, no, when I'm walking in Target, they have it out on display together on those little half minutes or those mannequin torsos.
yeah, they put. So what happens is the designer will make a bra and make a panty, right? But what will happen is me now as a woman coming in, right? I might not be able to wear their bras. I might only be able to wear the panty in that. So I like the panties, but at the end of the day, the bra doesn't fit me, or vice versa. So they don't sell them. I mean, very rarely, unless it's
Oh,
lingerie, they
They sell
sell
they
them
sell them separate,
separately.
TC, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They don't,
oh,
yeah,
okay, okay.
yeah.
I second that.
See, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
I didn't know that, and I still don't care because this is what I want. Like figure it out or come close. Like you're telling me that they only have green in one size and red in the other.
Sometimes, yeah,
Yeah. That's
sometimes.
true. Well, because like for example, my body, like if you were to go by like my testicles, which have always been proportionally are a triple D, right? Proportionally, no matter how big or small I am, my band size changes, but the triple D part doesn't. But my hips actually don't vary that greatly. I like when I'm 220 pounds, right? My hips might be 45 inches. And when I am 110 pounds, my hips are maybe 38 inches. Like that should be like maybe 10-15 inch difference. It's not for me. So what ends up happening then is I need a triple D bra. I need a 32 triple D. It is not easy to buy a 32 very small band triple D. It's not. But it's very easy to buy small or extra small or medium panties. Very easy,
yeah,
right?
one of the
So
biggest things that goes for women is finding a perfect bra that fits them and stuff.
mhm.
So I hear this all the time in conversations
There's so many factors.
when
Like
shopping,
you could have,
gotta find
yeah.
a bra for their titties because there's so many different sizes and they get readjusted depending on if they either losing weight or age or whatever. It's like they want that perfect bra. It's like I would say that if a man want to get into fashion and design the perfect bra, like a one size bra fit all, he probably make a lot of money behind that.
Well, but Mel,
That's
it don't have to be one
impossible.
size.
It is, but he be able
Yeah,
They
that
all
is.
come.
to do
They
that.
Mel, they all come in black, right? So can't you just get black everything and just like have a whole, underwear drawer that's black?
Well,
Well,
that
you
would be
talking
terrible
about
for your
color.
clothing. No, so
Yeah.
for example, what if you want to wear a white t-shirt? Well, then if you're wearing a black bra under a white t-shirt or under a white blouse, it's terrible.
It's
It's
Same
not
thing
terrible.
awful.
with, right? There's other things like you should not be wearing a black bra or black panties under, right? So that's why you do need a variety of colors other than for fun purposes.
Right,
It matters.
exactly.
All
Let me read
right.
the
Well,
super
don't
chats.
wear one of them. How
Okay, go
about
ahead,
that?
Susie.
Don't wear one of them. Now that was an option she could have took.
So what if you have like a nude bra on and black panties? You can't wear that because nude bras go with anything.
No, it's not. First, you talking about those flesh color joints?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. First of all, they're not black woman flesh color joints. And no, those are the worst there is. What are you talking about, Melody? Those are the worst kind. You're wearing white woman flesh colored underwear, and it don't go with everything. In fact, it
I
goes with
have
nothing.
black girl flesh colored bras and panties.
No,
Yeah.
you have light
They're
skinned
more like
girl. You
chestnut
have
color.
light skinned girl flesh
No, I
color.
also have the dark skinned one, so I have the dark brown one too. But
That,
yeah, no, I
Yeah,
do.
tones.
Yeah. I have
that's bad. Okay, you have the option to not wear one. One of the two, you can just go kamikaze on, and that counts. And I even said that.
Hmm.
I can take it off before we get started, but I ain't walking around with either one of them on all day or anywhere at all whatsoever. Like if I'm leaving my house, there's bra and panties on my body. They may
But just,
not match today, but they're on my body 100%.
Exactly.
well, just
Mm-hmm.
like as long as I don't see it, like if we go to the bathroom, freshen up or something, but I don't want to see that crap. I don't want to see it different.
Well, yeah, and that girl probably has dated a lot more guys. Like the first people she dated were probably all guys, like the ones that I dated later on, who never cared ever. And it's like you put this money, time, energy, like a lot of money into buying these things that you think, and you're just like, Oh yeah, it looks nice. Why isn't it on the floor? Like they don't care, right? So it's like not every guy is like you. There's two separate camps. There's a camps of guys who really like it and guys who really don't care at all.
True. And
You
that's why
know.
and that goes back to what I was saying about training and
Hmm.
moldability. I'm not
Yeah.
like a tech dude. I understand that guys are different, and therefore women's mating strategy is going to be different as a result of it. You know, and you teach her yours. If she's willing to learn, then she's becoming closer on pick me. And keep in mind, pick me by definition is a willingness thing. It's a desire. It's a desire to be picked.
Hmm.
Not every woman knows how, and most importantly, not every woman knows how for the particular guy that she wants to be picked by. But if she has that willingness to learn, she's moldable to be trained, and that's perfectly fine.
Now, GC, I heard you say you don't like women who wear jeans and pants, only skirts and dresses
Yeah, I prefer that, but I live here,
in
so
California, right?
yeah, exactly. So I do see it in like what the hell. However, in Jersey, and I know it snows and crap like that, and I know it's all kind of strange going on there. So I get it. But here, no, on a nice spring day like today, it's like, what the hell? It is, but once again, she hasn't been trained.
Mel, you have something to say before I get to the super chats?
I'll just say ill, right? But again, this is why, like me and GC, we never, ever, ever, if we ever had met in real life before I got married, we never would have dated, right? Because like everything GC wants in a woman is for I just would not be able to do because I could not do it. He would want
Specific.
me not to change my own tire, right? And then he would also want me wearing dresses and heels and all that crap every day, like and I just I couldn't be
Oh
bothered.
no, so you did say you left the guy because of the sundress thing. Listen, we would agree that you match your underwear, and it's like, okay, this is a plus. You'd have points at that point, but and if we lived in Canada, and I wouldn't live in Canada ever, but I would understand your plight. I picture Canada like Alaska being just real cold and stuff.
It's not. It's like New York. It's like I mean, in some cases, we're actually further south than some states, just because we kind of dip into where I am in Southern Ontario. We dip into America, technically. So it's like I don't know, New York, Chicago. I think Washington might even get colder than we do over here.
Mhm.
Can't remember, but yeah, like we're not. It's not like I mean, if you go northern Ontario, like further north, or if you go, east or west, or mostly western Canada until you hit BC, then it's warmer. It gets a lot more snowy and colder and stuff like that, but it's not that bad. It's just like winter is bad, but we also get summer here, and then we get like the heat waves, and then the heat waves last. Like when we get a heat wave, it lasts for like maybe 6 weeks or a month or
So
two
on a
months,
on
which
a,
is
on
good.
a nice bird chirping day, if I were to say, hey Ruby, you know that yellow thing that I like, you look good in that.
Mhm.
You mind wearing that while we go out to the picnic? You would say no. I want to wear jeans.
No, if you want me to wear it for like a date or for a specific thing, then okay. But like my general choice is
Or
not
what if
going
it's
to be
just
to
a
wear.
regular? We're going out to get ice cream.
That's a date.
Well, everything we do together, if you're together, can be classified as that.
Well, if you ask me to wear a dress to go grocery shopping, no. Like why? You want me to go walk around the freezing cold grocery store in a dress and heels? Like, no, thank you.
Why
Right?
is your
But like
grocery store freezing
Yeah,
cold?
women do that in New York all the time. Wearing dresses
man, because they looking a man.
in the
I already have
wintertime.
one. Remember in this story, I already have a man. I ain't looking one. No, because there's the freezer section. There's the fruits and veggies sections. All these sections that have refrigerator and cooling sections, and then they AC the place so that way things don't go bad quickly. So it's freezing. Like I can't stand the cold. I really can't.
I don't
Wait a
So
mind
minute. So
wearing a dress all
you're
year
telling
round.
me that if I'm your man and I say I want you to when you get back home, I want you to be in that pink dress, you would say no. I got to walk past the freezer section. Is that what I'm hearing?
you mean at home? You want me to wear it while we're at home? Uh,
No, no.
okay.
Um, I want you to wear the pink dress, and I want you to go to the grocery store and not get me some ice cream, but get me some sandwich makings.
See,
And
this is a problem. If the dresses and heels is that important to you as a man, I'm not going to be able to fulfill that. I would, but the thing is, I would start becoming very resentful of it, and then I would just start avoiding seeing you, so that way I didn't have to. Because unless I was in the mood to put on the dress, shave the legs, do the
You
whole
know,
nine, so it's perfect in this dress, then I don't want to see you because I know you want to see me in the dress. So then I would just start avoiding you, which is what happened, right? Like if it was that important to you, then like eventually just wouldn't work out because I would try, because that's what I did. I tried, but eventually it just came down to I just kept avoiding it because I'm like, I'm not in the mood to wear a dress today. I'm just not in the mood. I'm
you
not in
know
the
what?
mood
it's
to wear
not
a
that
dress. I'm not in the
important
mood.
to me, but
Problem
what
we
is
tell
important
women
to
right
me is
now
your
all the time.
obedience and your moldability. My bad, Mel. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Oh, go
what
ahead, Mel.
Gigi's alluding to, he's trying to help him stay attractive to you all the time. That's why we tell
Yeah,
females,
him.
I want this
That's what I
done,
said.
I want your toes done this way, your hair done this way. I'm picking out your lingerie, your dress. He's helping you, tell you help him stay more physically attracted towards you all the time, so he won't string away from one to cheat on you, man. If it comes that way, he's helping you with the attraction game. But see, that's one thing. A lot of females, man, won't be so liberal and ignoring stuff like that. And then when certain
No,
things,
I'm not ignoring it. This is literally what I said on Chantal's show. I said, listen, men have the right to want what they want and they should be catered to. However, right, for me, this was not something I could maintain. I tried, right, but then I started becoming resentful about it because it's not really me. So it's better as two people, right? It's better for you as a woman to find a man whose plan actually works for you, right? Like you can try to break and bend everything about yourself to accommodate and cater to him and hate every moment of it, but think, oh, but I love it. No, it's not going to work at the end, right? It's not, because you're going to start becoming resentful. You're going to start becoming unhappy and uncomfortable, and you shouldn't feel unhappy or uncomfortable or resentful about catering to your man. So
And
all
that's
okay,
the
but
things
what,
that came down
how
to is
about
I
when women do that to dudes, telling them they should wear this, wear the jeans, have your beard there, have it shaved, this, that, and other too. It's like she's doing the same thing what we doing to her.
And
let me
it's
say
still just as damn wrong. Hold on, I gotta answer that. It's just as wrong.
Mhm.
But here's the thing: I did it, and it is just as wrong. When I was with my ex, the one that I said I went to Jamaica with when I was like 20 years old. Now that one, he to me was only attractive when he had the mustache and goatee with his head completely shaved and preferably without his glasses on, but he was passable with his glasses on. That was the only time I thought he was looked attractive. The only time. He had to have the facial hair. You know what the problem was? Is that he didn't like having facial hair at all. He thought it was very itchy and uncomfortable. He'd rather have his face clean shaven. And to me, he just kind of looked like a turtle or something weird without the facial hair. But with the facial hair, he was gorgeous. And so it's the same problem. I was wrong for making him, in essence, feel bad about wanting to just wear his face all bare and whatever. That's how he was comfortable. It just wasn't, at the end of the day, it came down to what I really desire, right? Was someone who, the way that they are comfortable in themselves, I find attractive. Instead of change yourself so I can find you attractive. That's not, it's not healthy. And at the end of the day, you start getting resentful, you start getting uncomfortable. And so we shouldn't be doing it to each other, period. Men
but
shouldn't be doing it to
Ruby,
women, women shouldn't do it to men. Well, men, go
Ruby,
find someone who believes in and has the same wants and desires that you have. Go ahead.
right? Okay,
Sorry.
so let me say this. You don't
Mhm.
think a woman can be trained by a man
It's
to
not about
be
being
what
trained.
he want to be?
It is
But
about being trained.
in
That's
order,
exactly what
yeah,
it's
No,
about.
it's not.
in
That
order
just
to
is.
be picked,
No,
you
it's
know,
not.
if you want to be picked, you gotta adapt to what the man wants.
Absolutely.
No, see,
You
here's the
know,
thing. I've been picked lots of times. If we're gonna say picked as far as dating, the dating process, I've been picked lots of times. We're gonna say picked as far as married and married. So what I'm gonna say is this, and I'm speaking from
No, you
the life
pick.
experience.
No,
I'm
I'm
talking
you pick,
about
speaking.
Ruby.
in
No,
You
general.
every
wasn't
woman picks.
right
Every
quick,
woman
right quick.
picks.
You wasn't picked. You picked. You picked the
No,
guy. You picked
every
the guy that
man.
tolerated your jeans and your tire changing. You
Actually,
picked.
no, that's not what it is at
That's so
all.
That's
silly.
I
exactly what
found a
it
man
is.
who's out.
You went
No,
from
no,
guys
no,
that you
no.
instead of for changing yourself to the guy
That's
that
not
you
true.
with, you got
That's
with
not
the
true.
guy that you didn't need to
That's
change.
not true.
That is
No,
true.
that's not true. No, it's
You
not.
got with
No,
the
it's
tire
not. See, the
guy
thing
and you
is,
got
what
with
you
the
no,
pants guy.
no.
Yes,
See, here's the
yes.
problem. Here's the thing. There are men, because again, everybody is not a monolith. Men are not a monolith. So some men, right? Don't have the same hard on for a woman changing a tire or not, or a woman wearing pants or not, right? This is what it comes down to. However, no matter who it is, and no matter how many things we're going to hit on par on certain factors, certain key factors, we're going to actually differ on some points. But ultimately, it doesn't even matter if we differ or not. My man, my husband requires, and before my husband, the people I dated, they required certain things in order for them to be happy, in order for them to feel like they were at peace. And they required certain things from me in order for me to make their lives easier. And every single one of them, it was different. And every single one of them, I absolutely catered to that. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, I learned along the way certain things. When I was younger, I thought I could literally be changed into a whole different goddamn human. I did it from 16 to 19. I got changed into a whole different human to cater to this one man. And you know what? It didn't really honestly make either of us was happy. It didn't make either of us functional or functionable. Do you know why? Because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to actually go that far. There's billions of people in the world, billions of people on the planet. Should you be sitting there as a woman? Should you be sitting there as a woman saying, no, hey, you got to be on my plan? No. And that's why I said you got to find the man whose plan you are willing to jump on. You got to find the man whose train you are willing to jump on and say, this works for me. I can work with this.
That's
so
you
that's everyone.
not adapting to the man. That's you finding a man that you don't have to adapt to.
That's bullshit.
It's a lot of hard
that's
work.
That's literal bullshit.
No. Listen, you say it's a lot of hard work and this, and this, but what it is putting on a damn dress. That's what it is. It's not hard work. We're not asking you to swap the deck or clean the chimney or something like that. It's put on a dress. Put it on. That is a small compromise that you refuse to adapt to.
I adapted to it for 3 whole years and I was unhappy. I didn't say I refused to do it. I did it.
It's not about your happiness. It's about him seeing you. So you say that you both were unhappy because you didn't want to wear a dress. What kind of crap is that?
No, that's not all that there was to it.
Because you refused to wear a dress. He
was
unhappy because you refused to wear a dress.
I didn't refuse to wear a dress. I put on dress all the time.
You had a snotty attitude. No.
Eventually.
Exactly.
Sorry, go ahead.
It wasn't that he was unhappy.
Eventually, 4 years later, yes. At the year 4, which I admitted to, yes. But at first, no, I didn't have a snotty attitude or a bad attitude about it because I really thought that you could just literally
you got upset because you had to wear a dress. And no matter what year it is, of course he's unhappy. He's like, I got a chick that's not even willing to put on a dress without an attitude.
Wait, guys, I'm going to read the super chat. Before you guys go on, let me read the super chats. I don't want them to, disappear. So, Zeno FHD TV, he says, America was founded by Puritans. They used to burn women at the stake. Oh my God. That culture was carried forward. Scarlet Letter comes to mind. That's horrible. Is that true, guys?
No, I mean, they put the letter on them. That was just a method of shaming women for derelict behavior. However, in those days, A was for adultery, but in those days, derelict behavior was very clear. It's not very clear nowadays. So, which is why we have more derelicts.
Right. Well, thanks for that. What was that? A $5 super chat. And then Al Nixon, the voice of reason, thanks again. He says, this is, wait, what? Oh, this is even. What are you trying to say, Al Nixon?
Basically saying, like, even if you cover up, right, and still having that nice body, they still gonna complain. Like, when you have a secure man, you may look certain type of way. Sometimes your body is what it is. They got teachers, what people with weather girls or whatever, coaches on basketball teams that they're shaming, and all they're doing is putting on pants. Like, people go crazy, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. They are who they are. Watch more of their action versus them putting on something that fits their nice body.
You remember Erica Campbell, gospel singer? Erica Campbell, the gospel singer from Mary Mary. There's the same people on church was complaining. She had that white dress that was
that shit, man. Look, I'm moving overseas, man. Fuck this shit.
Sure, I smash Erica Campbell.
But the thing is, the women overseas have the bodies for it. The women here don't. That's the difference.
But here's the thing, right? Like, okay, and my thing is this. I'm with Ruby on it. It's like this. Like, you shouldn't have to demand, right? A woman, she'll wear stuff for you if you tell her what it is. She'll wear it when it's needed, but if you got to demand it all the time, first of all, if you got to demand it, you ain't really demand. But she'll know when to do it. But if she feels comfortable going to the grocery store to pick up food for you that she's gonna cook and she wants to wear jeans, the fuck it, let her wear jeans. Like, is she going to make sure you good? And she got to be with a dress like, yeah, it sounds like Prince when he wanted his wife to be ready in makeup at all times. Like, if that's the case, then you might as well be in your Kevin Samuels suit on Saturday and have your hair cut the way she likes it. That makes her attractive to you, because relationships are reciprocal. So she might want something as well. And a lot of y'all, look, and I came up here with that avatar on purpose. I got a closet full of jackets, dinner jackets, suits, and I got another closet full of Timberlands. I got every color, Jordans, whatever. I'm flexible. But my thing is, nobody's going to make me, you got to wear a suit all the time. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that super chat. All right. And Eugene Steele, thanks for the $5 super chat. He says, I said this on another channel that a woman dressing provocatively is actually feminine, but she misuses and abuses her femininity. I never thought of it like that. What do you have to say about that, Ruby?
I feel like he just said it on Chantel's panel, because I literally remember seeing like that actual abusing her femininity thing and thought to myself, no, that's actually, I think that is a good way of phrasing it. Right? Because, you know, your femininity, I mean, listen, your femininity is not supposed to be there for you to, you know, run a hustle on every man you come across to, you know, and give nothing back in the service of humanity. You know, I don't really feel like that's why we have femininity. Like, even if we are in, you know, tough times where we might need a little bit more support, outside support, whatever it is, I do think that some women become toxic, terrible. I mean, what keeps happening to my grandfather? He keeps getting screwed over by these little hoes, for lack of better words. These little 304s. No, he does. And it's terrible, because the thing is that there's nothing we can do about it, because so she's a 19, 21-year-old acting all, you know, doing the sexy stuff, but also acting like a kid who's in need. And my grandfather has this big heart and wants to help her. And okay, you can stay in one of the extra rooms and blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden a year will go by, and then they'll disappear with $50,000 from a bank account of his. You know what I mean? Like, just terrible things. And
so here's
disrespect to your grandfather, but he's doing some simp shit, man.
My grandfather, he's old and he's lonely. But the thing is that, and this is what I mean by abusing femininity. If these women weren't tapping into the most vulnerable, soft, I need someone to protect and provide for me, and I'll be so grateful, and da 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 da. Right? Then these people wouldn't be up inside of his house, let alone having his mail, access to his mail, and then registering him for online banking so they can steal his money, right? Because it's not like he gave it to them; they steal it from him, right? But that's toxic femininity.
Hey, so here's a new game, ladies. Instead of, if you have a nice body, instead of wearing a form-fitting dress, right? Because people may perceive, just because, I mean, you just look nice, whether it's you covered up or not. Run the new game, which some women already figured out. You know, be the church usher, covered up with baggy clothes on, because, you know, hell, she never cheats, right? It's impossible for her to cheat. I mean, really,
nothing's impossible, man.
Exactly.
They find a way.
So if that woman wants to cheat, she'll be cheating on you in a sweatsuit. Come on,
it don't matter.
Exactly. And do you think Danica Marie's husband, right? Honestly, if you listen to her, you can tell that she's imprinted. You can tell that he is the man. Do you think he worried about any of y'all? Really?
I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think he is. But,
maybe she was the creep around behind his back. If he finds out, he knows how to deal with it.
And the reason, and for that very reason, she'll think twice about doing it.
Exactly. You know, she knows the value that she has with him and stuff, and she's not gonna risk that.
What's wrong with my volume? Hold on, guys.
I hear you.
No, my volume is back. I'm not on my.
You still using your phone?
My laptop is in the shop. I'm about to just break down and get another one.
Why don't you get a PC computer?
PCs don't last for me neither. You know how many PCs I've been through?
Girl, what are
I've been
you
through a
doing?
lot of PCs. I don't know. They just keep breaking on me. I don't know what's going on.
Is it
Hold
safe
on.
to have kids with you? Break electronics that your dog attacks you like.
Well, actually, you he uses them too, so it's not just me. All right, so Ronsberg, thanks for the. Can you guys hear me well or no?
We hear you.
What
We can
the
hear you.
hell? Oh my God.
Melody, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry. It's really, really bad. Hold on.
Can y'all hear Melanie? I hear her.
I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm going to read the super chat anyway. Thank you, Bronsberg, for the $10 super chat. He says, an ugly dude super chat. Happy born day. Thank you. And you're not ugly. I don't know what you look like, but I'm sure you're not ugly. Hold on a second. Al Nixon again. Thanks for the $5 super chat. He says, some of the same guys that that get crazy conservative in what their woman does are some of the guys that will cheat on her with the opposite.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'm gonna leave, guys, and come back, okay?
Hey,
Oh,
y'all up here talking about big girls looking good and stuff, and y'all ain't got young East up here, man. What's up, man?
big girl, man.
Who said big girls looking good?
Exactly.
I think Ruby was saying that. Yeah.
Big girls wearing certain stuff. Y'all know that's young East department right there.
Moo cow.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
hey, you can have it. You can have it.
Exactly. This little hut with a sloppy stomach.
no, I'm not gonna hate on big girls though. I ain't gonna front like that.
So you telling me when you on Instagram you be thumb up in the big girls?
For me, to be honest with you, I go by the package. Like everybody's package is different. Hey, you can have a big girl that don't have a big stomach. You can have a skinny girl that don't have no curves. You have some skinny girls that do have curves. So
I
it all
don't call them
depends on the
big if they
package.
don't have a stomach. Like I
No,
mean,
there's
like I don't
some
look
women
at a
that
woman
have
who's
a nice stomach.
no. I get what you're saying. What I'm saying, and that's rare. That all the fat will just fall in the right places. I mean, I know we live in a post lipo era, but I mean, generally speaking, most big girls have big stomachs, and that's not. I don't call the ones with small stomachs, but big boobs and booty big. I just call them shapely, curvy, or what have you.
And the crazy thing is, we really know how men are, and this is one thing. A lot of guys they be in the chat saying, "Oh, what they won't do," but in their real life, come on, man. If they cammed up and show you their real life, like that one girl that got exposed on, I ain't gonna say her name, channel, calling men dusty and ugly, and she accidentally cammed up and she was busted. Come on now.
I don't know. I don't know who that is, but I mean, even if she's busted, the she still has that opinion that they're ugly and crap like that. But yeah, I personally would be a hypocrite if my girl was big, or I got with her while she was big, or I just have like some big side pieces. I will admit to that. So if somebody catch me up on that, because I have been caught up on stuff before, but if somebody catch me up on that, then hey, feel free to call me the biggest hypocrite out there.
No, you might be thorough because it's only some of us actually can say what we're actually doing, but we know there's a significant number of men and women that really be front. That's like people who, talk about Brad and all that, and like you ain't seen a Brad. They got a house full of black kids. Like, stop lying.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, those they're trying to convince others. And then also Chantel, if she ever becomes big, that would not be a good look, considering all she said. She's pretty much like all in.
Yeah, right. Hey, is that Brownsburg?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
already know, man. What's good, man?
What up, fam? We got New
Happy
York, we got
born
Jersey.
day.
What's
Happy
up,
born day,
fam?
Jersey Alliance. You know what I'm
Good.
saying?
What
What's
up,
good
fam?
with it? I was about to break out and start singing, but I can't do that. My voice is too precious. Anyway,
Can
We got
you guys sing? Can you guys
I
sing
ain't
a
doing that
big
shit.
favor? Can you
what's
guys
up.
sing Stevie Wonder "Happy Birthday"?
Can I
I
play
gotta
it?
be
Yeah,
blind
what's
before
up?
I
What's
do
up?
all that.
Hey, what's up?
Come
Yeah, you
on,
know.
No,
sing it.
can I play it? Because I
I
don't know
don't
the
know.
songs outside of the chorus. I don't know
Yeah,
the words.
my voice ain't
Oh,
ready
I don't
for
know
it.
if I'm gonna
You
get
know
a
what you talking
strike.
about there.
I sing too loud.
Will I get a strike if you play it?
I
Yeah,
played it before
it's copyright.
on someone's birthday, and I don't think you get a strike. I just think that they demonetize this particular show as far as
Nah,
commercials,
we
or you
don't.
You
got
can
to
sing
split it.
50 Cent.
You gotta
Go
split it
shorty.
with
It's your
Stevie.
birthday. We
Oh,
gon'
Hey, happy
party
birthday,
like it's
sis.
your birthday.
don't sip a cardi like it's your
It's your
birthday.
birthday.
All
And you know we don't
right.
give a fuck 'cause it's your
He be
birthday.
Thank
playing
you.
mad different music on his channel. Yeah, he'll be taking that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But okay, so you lose the AdSense, or you lose a portion of the AdSense when you do that, but you don't actually lose the super chats or anything like that. So yeah, you can do it.
Oh,
I'm
Hey,
scared. I don't want to.
happy birthday,
Let's
sis.
let's just keep it
And
Thank
safe,
you.
you would
guys.
only
Appreciate
Let's
lose
it.
keep it
the
safe.
AdSense if it wasn't too old. Because sometimes some like old songs, they don't have that same copyright protection. Like after a certain amount of decades of it being out, it doesn't have the same copyright protection. So it depends. I don't know
yeah.
how old
If
the
it's
Stevie Wonder one
like a
is,
real
but
popular old song that's being
Stevie Wonder,
used,
I think it's
I
yeah,
think
it's
it's
more
like
than 7 years.
80s or
It's
yeah.
how
more than
many?
7 years. Yeah, Stevie Wonder. This was out when I was a child. So
It's
Yeah.
like
Hey,
70s or 80s or something like that.
yeah.
hey,
So
Mel.
you might get lucky, Melody. But here,
You're gonna play
I
it?
don't.
yeah, I have it right here.
well, if
Okay.
we just sing along to it, I mean, it should break it up enough.
Nah, that shit won't help.
Okay, yeah, it might. All
How
right,
do
give
you
me a second.
guys feel about doing prank calls tonight? I'm bored.
Oh
It's
Well,
late.
snap!
I
Late in the
trolled
year,
on
so I
somebody
don't really
else's
give a
stream, so
Well, there's
I'm
no
kind of
place
like,
open to
Well,
do
I
this.
thought
yeah.
Melanie, I thought you were gonna go to the strip club and get some birthday sets.
Well,
Nah.
you gonna go
Melody's
to a
too
strip
Go to the
much
club,
strip
for all
club,
that.
be
Melody?
roll one with them strippers.
No.
Yo!
Hey,
But
hey,
okay, Melody, hold on. I'm gonna drop down for now. So if you're still back up once hubby goes to bed and stuff, I'll come back. All right.
Okay.
But happy
Hallelujah. I
birthday,
put the husband to
lovely.
bed, huh?
Thank you.
Oh, dang, she left
I'll probably be still
before she
here.
sang.
Remember
Oh,
that red lingerie?
No, you're
Oh
supposed
wait,
to
we're looking. Okay, sing. Let's sing first, and then I'll go.
Okay.
okay, hold on.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and share it, Melody.
Okay.
Just the chorus though. I don't think I sing anything.
Just get to it.
Just the chorus.
Play, what's his name? Luke.
that's what Stevie had hair. Look at him.
Yeah, B.
Right? Damn. That's a lot of hair.
I thought he
look
had
at.
dreads. Didn't he have dreads?
Man, he had that
old
good.
Stevie.
Look, he had that.
Well,
He
got
had
the
that
whole
good hair.
baldy, but then he has like the baldy with like the locks in the back.
Yep.
He had
Oh,
that good
Kevin
hair.
Murray. That's what I should have done. I should have sang the Marilyn Monroe version while I was counted up
Right.
still for Chantel's show. I should have started doing the leg kicks and stuff into the cameras.
Go ahead, Ruby. Go ahead.
Can't really hear it like that.
I only know
There we
the
go.
chorus.
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Everybody only knows the chorus. That's why you can't relate.
That's true.
Celebration.
You should have put the lyrics.
Da-da-da-da-da. It's Melody's birthday.
Like, you just
She's
go
the
to the
greatest
chorus,
host
bro.
ever.
Send them cash apps.
And this is on YouTube.
Oh,
I know this part.
It's
With the
it's coming up.
Saturday
It's coming up,
party,
guys.
Come on,
Ready?
ready?
you
Get
tend to
ready.
be
Ready.
happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to ya.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to ya.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday
Birthday
to ya.
to ya.
Happy birthday
Birthday
to ya.
to ya.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Yeah. Hold on.
Hey, 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 hey.
I'm throwing dollars at the screen right now.
Bro, that sounds like a Bronx Project party right now, bro.
Yeah, number of booty shaking.
Twerk.
She done ass twerking on her chair right now, yo.
Twerking right now, like anybody. Y'all should see me twerking right now.
Twerking on
I
a
was
chair,
too.
yo.
Melody, I was too. I swear to
man.
God, I was twerking on my couch. I swear to God.
Hey, watch, hey, after Ruby get done twerking, she be like, hey guys, I gotta go.
Yo, I gotta go.
I'm requested. I
Gotta go.
Yo, I am. You should see the way you look at me now. You should see.
That's what's up, Ruby. That's what's up.
I know how to keep my man happy. I'm just saying.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Classic.
Oh, hey.
Pop that pussy, pop that pussy. Ain't that this?
That sound like almost like we had Freaknik, but only on YouTube.
Hey, yo, I'm imagining one of them chicks that be on TikTok that be trying to do this and she be looking like a back broke.
Oh, I'll be back, y'all.
All right, Ruby. Hey, go handle your business.
Now I'm trying to get this shit off. There you go.
Kevin Murray said the dogs are hollering right now.
Melody.
Yo,
Oh, I didn't know he was still playing it.
I
thought that was GC.
No, that was Mel the whole time, and then you can't hear Stevie Wonder in the back. Mr. Know-It-All, you know he ain't gonna do that.
Everybody, I'm down to 19 viewers.
It's like all right with the songs, like all right with the songs.
Terrible, man.
Come on back
with it. Cypher, don't get. Yo, I should have did. You know what I should have did?
What?
Should have had the sound effects of DJ Funk's Master Flex with the bombs dropping. That would have been nice.
Yeah, we dropping them bombs, yeah.
Cypher, don't get gas.
They don't know what Master Flex is.
Don DeMarco.
That shit is so annoying. That shit is so much, yo. You know when he starts with a song and he's about to mix it and he gets so hype in it and he plays that
new shit
so much.
It's that new shit. Melody's birthday.
Hey, you know one of the funniest shows, man, when Tyler the Creator was on there, man, he freestyled and he said some funny stuff. He was like, what?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Yo, Nixon, I ain't gonna lie. The funniest one was when he was gatting at Bow Wow about mumble rap.
Oh man.
It's like, this is how we do it, mumble rap. We don't do this mumble rap shit. So the fucking camera.
Oh my god. You know who dope?
Wow.
You know who throw dope parties? Mr. C. You ever been to like a Mr. C party?
No, I haven't.
Nah.
Yeah,
I seen the joint you had. I seen the joint you had. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been to one.
I'm never up to that. I just go to random like hipster parties in Brooklyn.
Sipping
craft beers, and all that other stuff in art exhibitions.
Last time I've been to a Brooklyn party. Huh?
Yes, there you go. Yes,
I can't hear.
I heard it. One more time, GC. There you go. That's right.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
That's Mel doing a Funk Master Flex bomb drop.
Playing Funk Flex.
All right, Mel. They don't know it yet.
Not everybody is from New York and New Jersey.
I know, we gotta stop doing that on panels, yo. Like everybody be know what we talking about.
We turn into Nagagas up here.
Yeah,
Come on now.
No power 99.
New York, New Jersey.
No kiss.
Right. That's my boy in real life, right? I know Kiss.
You know,
That's what's up.
Kiss my
That's what's up.
dude. Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
But
Kiss
shout
is
out
That's
to
dude.
Melody.
That's what's up. Them cats, they
What's your,
be
what's
down.
your, I want to
They be
ask
down in
Melody this
Trenton. They be
question.
down in Trenton with Big Oo. Big
What's
Oo
your,
coming up.
what's
they
your
be in China.
aspiration?
Yeah, him and Gilly, all of them with Big Oo. He coming up.
Gilly
Philly.
the kid, right?
Yeah, Big
Yeah,
Oo be
yeah,
with Fat
yeah,
Joe
yeah.
and all of them. But yeah, he messed with New York and Philly. Check him out.
That's
His name Big Oo.
right.
Hmm.
That's right.
He
So
was
I'm
on
gonna,
he was on Empire in one of the battle scenes. So he's been in a couple of spots, but he just put out a video. Boy,
Yeah,
nice.
Wallow. I like
Oh,
Wallow. I met him a couple times.
that's dope.
so
Hey,
Yeah.
but I
Melody,
was about
check
to
this
say,
out.
I was about to say, even with all the crazy DMs and all that, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was arguing with TVA one time when he was talking about
Lord.
Mel's avatar and all that. We just over here because she looked good. And I was like, yo, do you notice? I mean, yes, there's some guys that around here might, look at Melody and be like, yeah, she's attractive, she's beautiful, right? But how many female content creators have a whole bunch of dudes over here? Like, yo, this like family and big brothers. Like, yo,
Yeah.
you can't fuck with Melody while you're over here. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's
Facts.
beautiful, but at the same time, she still get respect regardless of whatever picture you saw that looks attractive. People
I
over here still
appreciate
give
it.
her respect
You
regardless
you know
because
what's really
they
funny
know
though?
her actions. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what's really funny
Yeah.
though? Nobody
What up?
ever sits up there and accuses Melody of being a catfish.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
Because
weirdest thing.
they saw me cammed up on Kudas.
Oh, I haven't
Never
seen you
seen
Um,
cammed
Cam
up.
though.
you never saw me cammed up?
No,
No.
I haven't.
And
Yeah.
I'm
So
not even going.
But I'm not. Look, listen. Look. You cam up when you want to. I always tell people that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
And
the
I'm not
type.
even gonna
I
lie to
would
y'all,
never be
man.
the type to tell someone you need to cam up. Shit, y'all going. That's like asking me to cam up.
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean that's a little bit extreme trying to make somebody cam up.
Yeah, like they, but
But
you know what I noticed, Melody, in my experience of being on his panels.
hmm,
Usually, anytime. Okay. Let me say it like this. I've been on a couple of other panels where it's been like a man hosting it, but he has conversation for the ladies. So
yeah,
for some reason they like my voice. I guess because it's deeply a New York accent. So they
yeah.
be like, "Oh, I like your accent. Why don't you cam up? Why don't you cam up?" So I liked it. I started catching on to it. I'd be like, every time I come up on this panel, I'm gonna just keep saying my voice started getting smoother and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing that on purpose. It's like I need him. I want to see him. I want to know what he looked like. I want to see him cammed up. But like
Yeah.
I became cool with like at least 2 or 3 of the ladies, and they finally saw me cammed up. They was like, okay, we cool with Bronzeberg, right?
I want to
But
see
then,
all y'all nagaggers cam up
well, I
Hey,
on
already
listen,
the.
sent you an I emailed you
Bronzeberg.
back and forth about the private powwows. We ain't gonna talk
listen.
about.
I'll be
Bronzeberg.
Hmm.
Last
You
thing,
must
I'm
own
gonna
sex
tell you this.
operator, man.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. The only other time people have asked me to cam up is if it's like in the middle of an argument. Like if they talking shit, they be like, "Yeah, cam up, pussy," and I'd be like, "Yo, why would I show myself to you in an argument just so you can see me yell at you?
Yeah,
That doesn't make
yeah.
any sense." But
Nah,
yeah,
I
I
be
know I got
cammed
that.
up.
I know I got that sexy voice for calls, yo. I'm
You
gonna start
too.
doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it for the ladies. I'm like, "What's up, ladies? How
Yeah,
you
Hey,
right.
doing?"
You do. You
hey,
got that
You know what I'm
sexy
saying?
New York accent. You already
It's,
know.
it's like, "What's
hey,
up
hey,
with it,
hey,
You
Melody?"
know my
Bronsberg.
all of my accents. They like my accent, your accent, East
Yeah,
Hey,
Coast.
hey,
it's
hey,
thick.
hey, Bronsberg. No, I was cammed up when I got kicked off on the block with Jim.
Facts. Yo, I saw that. Yo, that joint
Yo,
was.
she got mad as hell when I said, "Hey, yo, I'm from over here, right? So why you gonna mention people's name like over and over and over
Right,
again? And think I'm gonna
right.
sit up there and not say nothing? I mean, yo." So I said, "Yeah, shout out to Angry Man." Like people don't understand, man. It's like when you from a certain neighborhood and you go to another neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same as like you get into a fight. If you get into a fight and people in your neighborhood is there, you better fight with them there. Because if you go back to the neighborhood, they're gonna beat your ass.
That's
It's the
true.
same concept. I'm over here and I'm cool with him. You know what I mean? We cool. So you gonna mention his name and say something about him like I'm just gonna sit up there like nah. Shout out to
Nah, you
Angry
gonna
Man.
say
Real
something?
quick,
Yeah.
shout out to Tyron.
She
He's
was
from
crazy,
North. We got
dog.
North in the building. Look,
Yeah,
we got
that's
North in the
That's what's
right.
up.
Newark in the
That's
building.
what's
Stay
up.
off the
building.
PAP train. Let's get it,
That's
B.
what's up.
That's
Good shit.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Crazy ass
Hey,
Newark.
hey,
Crazy
Mel,
ass Newark, yo.
hey Melody, we gonna switch spots, right? Because
Mhm.
I'm in my 40s, right? And I'm
Uh-huh.
about to be officially single soon, officially.
A
So
FaceTime?
listen,
shit.
I am going to be thirst trapping. My Instagram going to be
Uh-oh.
popping. Fuck that.
Uh-oh.
Yo, L Dixon, son.
So,
Yo.
so
Yeah.
wait, so why are you saying you're gonna be single? You're about to break up? Like
Break
now?
up. Nah, I wish I could just break
What
up.
do
There.
you
That's
mean?
easy. I'm talking about paperwork, like officially.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
I get you.
divorce, bro?
Hey,
Divorce.
the streets ain't gonna be safe, man. Lock your people up, man.
Hey,
Keep
bro,
them
it's
in the
about to be
house.
the summer, man. Do you think, kid?
Keep them in the house.
You know
That's
what
all
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
It's been,
Yeah.
we've been on lockdown too long trying to see these shorties out here, you feel me?
Yeah. Hey, don't let me in the church. You know, I might have to hook up a church choir. No, just fucking.
He said the church choir. Hey, Lord, listen, turn them strags into some submissive shorties, you feel me?
No, my dad
I'm
passed.
playing, I'm playing.
You scratch that out. My dad passed.
Yeah, we my fault. Respect.
Thank you. Hold
Indulgence,
on, let me
sorry.
read the super chat. Thank you, E. Capone. He says, "Happy birthday, Melody. Check out my channel. I definitely will. Thank you." And Complex Easy. What did he say?
Oi in it.
Oi in it. Thank
It's
you.
not even from the UK.
Appreciate it.
Nah, but for real,
Thank
Melody,
you.
whatever you do, whatever you decide to do, like as long as you keep, the personality you have, you know what I'm saying, which is dope.
Mhm.
Just apply discernment and wisdom in your selections, but don't change who you are. It's just change who you give it to. That's all. You know what I mean?
I
Everybody don't deserve it.
appreciate
Once
you.
you do, as long as you do that, you good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I was gonna ask you this,
You welcome.
Melody.
Ask me
So
whatever you want.
so since you turn your new age, right? What's
hmm
your aspirations and this wishes for this year?
Well, since I'm getting older, um, let me see what I want to say. I don't even know. All right, wait.
It's
Okay,
okay.
okay. I'm trying to. I listen to you guys a lot, so I'm trying to, get my man, get married, get the ring. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting older. I ain't getting no younger, so
Right.
That's a busy year. Hey,
I know.
Right,
But
right.
I'm trying to do it,
hey,
Let's
fellas,
start
can I ask y'all
sometime.
something?
What
huh?
up?
I ate half my Subway sandwich yesterday, and I put the other half in the refrigerator. Is it still cool?
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
it
should
you
be
should be.
good.
good, bro. Yeah, you
Yeah,
should be
you good.
It
fine.
should be.
All right, cool, cool.
Yeah,
Just
you
like
should be
Now,
good.
now, 8 days later, I don't know. You
nah,
might
nah, it's just
be.
been
No, no,
one
no,
day.
no. As long as you keep it retained between 2 to 4 days, it should
All
be
right,
fine.
cool.
Yeah,
Um,
nothing's gonna
Hey,
happen.
y'all ever see that video of Pliers talking about the Thanksgiving food?
mm-mm.
They
Yo,
be holding on that Thanksgiving food like 8 days till 2 weeks later. Like, yo,
that's
throw that
facts
shit out,
though.
bro.
That's facts though. You be feel it's like a guilty pleasure. Like you don't care because it's there. So
Mhm.
turkey,
you save
turkey be
down on
dry as shit.
groceries. Hell yeah. Mac and cheese don't taste the same.
Yo,
Oh,
you
yeah.
like, yo, I'm gonna make a turkey sandwich. Like, yo, that turkey is cardboard, man. Throw that shit out.
It's like I don't care as long as I get to warm it up in the microwave or the oven.
It do taste like cardboard.
Yeah, that don't
Like
leave
Yeah.
it in there
after
too
like
long.
3 days. After like a week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I
Mm-hmm.
was that kid. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out. You know what I mean? Like, I used to piss my mom off, right? Because they would take their time eating stuff, and I'd eat all my ice cream. She brought our own little ice cream, and I'd be back in the refrigerator like, yo, why you don't eat your ice cream yet? Like,
It's
yo,
like
I
you gonna
want to
eat
eat
that?
all that shit.
Yeah. I know what you mean, bro.
Hey, one time my sister was in the Girl Scouts, right? You know how they be having those fundraisers where they be selling candy?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Man, my mom wanted to whoop my ass, man. I owed my sister like $27 in M&Ms. I was fucking that shit up, yo.
Oh, Eminem.
Yeah, I was tearing them M&Ms up, man. That shit crazy, bro.
Let me ask you guys a question. What do you guys think about short haircuts for a woman, for women?
How short are we talking?
I'm talking about short, like the big chop.
Do you mean like if she got like the
Amber
Caesar or
Rose.
that little afro?
Yeah, like Amber Rose, like sexy like that.
Oh,
It works on certain
oh,
women, not all.
blasphemy.
There you go.
I don't
Bingo.
prefer it, but I mean it works on certain
Bingo.
women.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, work.
It
Yeah.
does. It works on
I mean,
certain women. Not all women can rock that.
not
here's the
all
thing,
women.
like what women don't understand, just because it looks good on somebody, and women have this issue more than men. Just because it looks good on another woman, you see a haircut, you want it done, right? You get it
Mm,
cut. and then 2 weeks later you putting extensions in that are the same length as the hair that you cut.
Yeah.
Like when you go get glasses, you look at the chart, they have a symmetry diagram it'll tell you what type of glasses goes better with your face. That goes with everything. That goes with hairstyles. That goes with even putting stuff on your body. Like it has to fit you. So,
Right.
don't get inspired because you see it looks good on Megan Good and you do it and you like, damn, my cheeks are too fat. Like,
Yeah.
yo, why don't you just, to be safe, if you want to switch it up as a woman, I know like guys don't like it, but if your woman want to do all that and you like her hair long, then the best bet for her to do is to wear a wig to see how she like. If she don't like it, she take that shit off. Better than her cutting her hair off.
Right.
Man,
Okay.
there's legions of Wigatrons, man. I'm tired of these damn Wigatrons.
No, no, I get it. I get it. But I'm saying occasionally, you know what I'm saying, if she want to see some, but
Just to see if
the
the
ones who,
hairstyle looks good. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, but the ones who wear it all the time that you even forget what their real hair look like, no, that's a little bit, that's too much. That's too
Listen, if
much.
you can pull it off your head, somebody's head, don't date her. Because
Yeah.
it's like, if it's not, you know what I mean? Clip-ins, I do. Me and Jessica, we were saying the same thing. Like, clip-ins is cool, stuff like that. But, like, those wigs, and then they have, like, the braids going in a circle underneath it. And when you pull it off, you just see braids, like a beehive. It's stupid.
Man, oh,
Like,
I,
ugh.
Hell no
I,
to
say-
lace
I, s-
fronts. You
I
understand?
say that
oh,
I
yeah.
say that because I dated a hairstylist, so I got to see a lot of that shit. So
I
you know
like
what I
my
mean?
Yeah.
chicks natural.
Natural, like what? Like curly? Like natural curls? Or just like
You know, I ain't
a
gonna
puff?
lie. I don't know what type of hairstyle they call it, but like when they have those curls, and it's not really an afro, but like they have those curls and it's natural. I don't know how to
Hmm.
describe it. And certain girls I've known, like when the last girl that I dated, she had like a short afro, but she looked great. She looked great as hell with that hair wrap on. I was like,
Hmm.
damn, you so fine. But
Well,
yeah, it's certain. Like I'm usually a natural dude, so
well,
you know.
all
Yeah.
black women have natural curls. It's just that some don't know how to bring them out. You get me?
It ain't
Some of
some.
them don't wet it and
It
define it correctly.
ain't some
You know
though.
what I mean? Because,
Hey, y'all remember Free from 106 in
mm,
Park back in the
yes.
day?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had a crush on her when she wore her natural hair. She was hot.
Oh man.
Hey,
Oh,
when
Yo.
she
them
was
chicks
cute.
when chicks start cutting their damn hair, man, looking like black Vikings and shit.
Yo.
What? You know what? What? Who? Black Viking.
Oh, oh hell no.
You Black
Yeah, well, where they
Vikings,
shave
yo.
their heads on the sides and shit.
Yeah, that new
Looking
style
like
they
those
doing
chicks
now,
from the
like
Wakanda, looking for like the Wakanda chicks, yo.
I like
Looking
that
like
on
What?
something
some
from Mortal
people.
Kombat. Mhm.
I
You
like
mean
that
like
on
the
some
way?
How
the
do
people.
we?
mohawk look, one side shaved and then the other side the hair like
Yo,
this.
that's
Oh,
new.
like the way that Cassie did it.
Yeah.
Diddy
Some
did.
Yeah.
people can pull that off. I saw a white
Yeah,
girl
because
with
I
it. It was
started
cute.
seeing shorties with that in high school. I was like, no, don't stop wearing that.
Yeah.
Majority of girls I see wearing that style is lesbians. So,
Hey, listen. I'm still cool with my ex-wife, man. And she did that jump, and I'm like,
The half shave head.
nah, yeah, she did that, right? She like next time you come to Jersey, maybe we can hang out, man. I seen that shit. I was like, nah, no,
I gotta
no,
go.
thank you.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I'll catch you. I'll holler at you on your birthday. Say what's up. But nah, not with
Mhm.
that.
How about, what do you guys feel about like dreads and like braids?
I
You
love
like that?
that.
it's
I
neat.
love that.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
love
good.
that.
Yeah, as
I
long as
like
they're
I
real
like
hair.
I like when
Mm.
sisters wear those pigtail braids. I don't know how to describe it. When they have like
Pigtail braids?
pigtails. When they
Yo,
have
they.
it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like two like if they're like it's like braided on both sides or go down. It's like two braids.
Oh yeah. I know what you're
Oh,
talking.
yeah, I've had that before.
I
It's
like
pretty
that.
cool. It's pretty
Hey,
cool.
It's
I got
nice.
like 2 or 3 IG accounts with women that have like natural curls and locks, and I'm telling you, it's nothing but beautiful women there. Like yo, they look bad with that. Look nice.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah,
real nice.
Yo.
locks are sexy. I love them. Like Danika's locks.
Hey,
She looks really
Danica.
Yeah,
cute with
yeah.
them.
Exactly. Danica, yeah.
Like, yeah, like
Oh
that's
man,
sexy.
see, hey Kevin about to expose us all. Like he put names that some of us can claim we don't know.
What?
Look at this comment. Porn.
I don't know who that
Skin
is.
Skin
diving.
donor.
Skin diving. I'll leave it alone.
Some lady on YouTube who's dark skinned that got her hair natural. I don't know if it's permed or not, but she's very attractive and she's dark skinned too.
I got you, Kevin.
Ches Charde is a perfect example, Tyron.
I seen that. I seen that, Kevin. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Ches Charde.
It's cute. Dark skinned women are gorgeous when they.
Ches Charde can rock that natural hair for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looked nice when she had
amazing. She looks amazing. Amazing.
I like Chantel bob. Like when Chantel has the bob, it's cute.
Even though some chicks have natural hair, they can still be nuttier than squirrel shit.
Of course.
True.
It's a given.
Thanks.
They don't change anything. They still be out here wild ratchet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crazy as I don't know what. So you gotta be careful out there, fellas.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of cats, they look at us, be like, they try to shame us for our preferences and all that shit. But it's okay for these heifers to have all kind of crazy ass deranged preference. Bitch 5'2", and you like 5'8", 5'7", and this bitch like, I gotta have a motherfucker 6'4". Bitch, we want a Philistine giant, bitch.
Yeah, but
when you say you want a light skinned chick or a Spanish chick, they go crazy.
Yeah, that's true. They do go crazy. Look, listen, I'm like, it's like Baskin Robbins to me, yo. Each flavor, but obviously my first choice is the chocolate first. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I said in the comments earlier, maybe I had a childish childhood crush on Fran Drescher. You know who that is?
Oh, I did too.
Yo, I was just watching that show, The Nanny, today. I was like, yo, Fran Drescher was ill in the 90s. What?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Fran Drescher.
With her little lad.
Yeah.
Smash it backside. She like,
yeah, man. And then a lot of dudes used to mention Topanga.
I was about to say that.
Oh, Topanga. Oh, y'all remember Topanga?
Topanga was bad as hell, bro.
I ain't gonna lie though, boy. I had a crush on her for a minute.
She had them super coolers.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Her and another one with natural hair. Oh God, Stacey.
Which one? Oh, Stacey Dash was, she was fun.
Dash, yeah,
my big white girl crush when I was a kid was Debbie Gibson.
Stacey Dash went to the other side and ain't been right since she came back.
Yeah.
Now she's trying to cleave back to the original
She's trying to clean it up. Exactly. She's trying to clean up.
Yeah.
What's the name? What's the name of girl that was on Saved by the Bell?
Voorhees.
She was pretty too.
She looked crazy.
She was pretty.
She was, but now she looked crazy.
Yeah.
She looked like a ghost.
A ghost.
Yeah, see, I don't like, man.
She bleached.
No.
Elizabeth Berkley, the one play Jesse Spanish. What's that song? The Showgirls, man. I was like, damn, she's way better than Kelly right there.
Well, don't do that. Don't do that because she actually has
she got something.
Yeah.
She got something. She looking like that because she has something wrong, something's going on with her. I forgot what it was.
I didn't know what the circumstances were.
Oh, she was sick.
What's the name? Lark Voorhees. She has something wrong with her.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about
Tiffany Amber Tinsley. Oh yeah.
Somebody said crazy. Somebody used the C word on her. I'm like, that's not really fair because she
That's
can't.
not nice.
No,
I didn't know what the severity of the situation was.
Kevin.
Be nice.
Kevin talking about Kelly from Saved by the Bell. Yeah, Kelly from Saved by the Bell.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
She's cute too.
Kelly Bundy. Oh, you talking about Christina Applegate?
Yeah.
Nah, she talking about Kelly from Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
My fault.
I'm talking about
the one that Zach used to date.
The black one from Saved by the Bell was cute. What was her name? The black one.
I was like, yo, she look.
Oh yeah, that's what we talking about. That was Lark Voorhees.
Lark Voorhees. Yeah. She changed up. I'll say that.
Hey, I like that one chick from Smallville though. She played as Lana Lane.
Oh, her.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mel. Where you at, Mel? Hey, watch this.
On that show.
Watch this. What about April AMSR?
Who?
Hey,
April ASMR is cute as hell. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. I know what DC would do.
Pull her up if you can.
Well, no, her and Senpai are like the channels I go to when I want to talk about.
Hey, bro, I just watched it yesterday. That's
And
what's up, G.
I agree with Game Changer when he brought up Kelly Stamps. Definitely a good one.
Oh
She's
yeah,
a good
that's
look.
like my that's my
Kelly
crush.
Stamps, definitely, man.
Hey, that
Yeah.
chick
Straight
Senpai
up.
though, yeah, her face is
Yeah,
nice
she
though. Like
looked
light
good,
skin
bro.
with those eyes.
Word.
Yeah.
Well,
I agree.
when I think of pretty privilege, I think of those two, and I use those. Like Kelly Stamps is like a crush, but it's like a different type of attraction with her. But when I think of pretty privilege, like people that just get like a whole bunch of subscribers doing strange stuff online,
Yeah,
that's
that's
Senpai,
true.
and that's
Jessica
April
Love
ASMR.
Hewitt.
Yeah, like them
Yeah.
bitches selling farts and shit.
Not selling farts.
You talking about the South
Not
African
selling
chick?
farts.
Yo,
And what
hey, my
about
opinion.
the girl, the van chick,
The what?
Well, that used
the
to
van
be
girl?
that was my first YouTube crush, but she was talking back to her father on some weird stuff. I don't like crap. I don't like crap like that.
Whoa, you
Oh
you
yeah.
dumped that, GC?
Yeah, I
Hey,
mean,
hey,
well, I dumped her as my YouTube crush, yeah, but yeah, she's. I mean, so apparently, she just left her father's house. They got into a disagreement, and the reason why she was in her band was on some strong independent shit. And her father came
wow.
on, and he seemed like a good dude, but he seemed like a broken man because he hadn't seen his daughter in 2 years. And now because she's so headstrong that she living in a band, then to follow his rules, I was like, nah, this chick is out. He's he wasn't like a bad dude. He was a decent. I don't know. I just didn't appreciate that.
Yeah. Especially talking like that to your dad. I would never raise my voice to my father.
Yeah.
Talk
So
that
once I
to
realized with the band,
him.
man, I'm like, nah, I'm cool. That's just she's on that independent streak. But no, so but Kelly's cool. From what I know, Kelly's cool. Kelly Stamps. So
Yeah.
this is what she do. Melly, if you could share it.
Okay.
You say the chick you put in next in line to that senpai chick?
Oh,
Well,
no.
yeah. I mean, they're both. I wouldn't even say it's a line, but like this is what she do. She like smashes pillows and
ASMR
stuff
videos.
with the plastic inside. Hold on, it's loading.
Wow.
When you're gorgeous, you can do whatever you want. Period.
Pretty much.
Right?
You can make sounds online, and people like, damn, she
You
fine.
gotta
Like,
be gorgeous
damn,
to
that
be
was
doing
so
this
She's
type of
lovely how
whispering.
stuff.
she
She's
did
making her
that.
bed. Like,
Yeah.
and she do
Hey,
stuff
what's
like
wrong
that
with
for
your
30
shit,
minutes. Look at how
GC?
many views.
Your stream, man. Your shit was good earlier, man.
Oh no,
You see,
she's
probably
very attractive. I'm just saying.
you
So
Oh,
he probably
yeah, I don't know.
got 20 tabs,
She's probably busy.
20 tabs open.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can.
April
yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
If she was ugly, you'd be like, yo, why she making them dumbass sounds? But she fine. You like, yo.
you would have been
Oh,
sitting there
okay.
like, what video is this?
Facts.
I've seen her before.
So it's been a week, and she got 112,000 views.
That's right.
Oh, damn.
That's
And what is she
ridiculous.
doing? What is that? Is that
Just
candy?
make it sound, stimulate the
So
person's
I thought that
mind.
was Pop Rocks for a second.
Is that a bingo stick?
I know, right? That's what it looked like.
What the
What
hell
what
is
kind
she
of
doing?
Yo, it do look like a bingo stick, though. For real.
Exactly.
bingo
Gee,
stick?
17.
You know, make all these different type of candy lips and stuff.
Alright, 14.
So no, I
Yo.
use her. I don't really watch her stuff here. I'll show y'all the red line.
I watch it. I ain't gonna lie.
So
I know y'all might find this weird though, them doing this, but I also see YouTube was making like rain videos of stupid people asleep, and they be making
Oh
money
no,
at doing.
that's
Hey,
decent.
hey,
That's
hey.
decent.
I got
No, sometimes I
got
watch
one,
the
like-
rain
What you
videos,
mean?
Mel, and sometimes I watch a fish tank. There's a whole channel with like 12 hours of fish tank, and I just
Yeah.
have that.
Oh,
Like,
you talking about rain videos? Yeah, they get
Hey
paid.
Mel,
off for that.
give me a month. I'm gonna have some of that on my other channel as well. I got one of those.
Y'all doing that too? Make rain videos different.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
lit, though.
I have sleeping problems. So you know what I mean. Like I'm talking when I say sleeping problems, some sleeping problems, and I'm tell you what, that and even the AMSR like the chiropractic AMSR, yo, that shit work. I'm telling you, trust me, I have
that
sleeping
is
issues,
Mm-hmm.
and that shit
My
helps.
guy,
me.
you better get you a damn blunt and call it.
I mean, you know, I got
He
this
probably be up
edible.
even worse.
I got this nice edible up there, but anyway, But yeah,
No, editors are crazy.
Gabriel.
I'll take a
There's
little
a
bit at a
Dr.
time.
Gabriel
I can't do
in
it.
Italy. If you like watching backs get cracked.
Hey, but I tell you what though, like when I put my little son to sleep, and I put on the baby sleeping sounds, I'd be like, yo, man, hey, yo, I'm gonna hit you back in 2 hours. Man, it'd be like 5 hours later. Fall right to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie.
So the last time I watched a video of hers was 11 months ago, and that's probably because I was demonstrating how pretty girls get paid doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Like,
That's a fact.
yeah, I mean, like, I think that this is like $1,000 or something like that, 150K views.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's true. Privilege is true. You know what I mean? Because you gotta look how
I
Derek
can see
Jackson got paid.
GC. I can see
The
this,
ladies,
GC. You
the
can use
ladies
this
like
as a
looking at
teaching
Derek
lesson.
Jackson.
You can use this as a teaching lesson, huh?
Hold on,
Hey,
my
think about it. Hey, think about it. Mr. Jackson cheated and did all that mess, and we like, oh, he done. Man, he's not done.
You got a
still got the women
doppelganger,
over there.
Melody?
I don't know, but Aaron B keeps saying I have a twin sister. Who is my twin sister?
I did randomly see someone that looked like you, but I'm not
Really?
I
gonna
haven't.
say nothing.
I don't know. Who is it? Give me her IG. What's her name?
No, I'm currently not on there. Plus I
I don't know.
DM'd that like a while ago.
Damn, I want to see. It's this chick around here named Candy that looked just like me. I'm like, who's Candy?
On YouTube?
No, around here, by
Oh.
where I live at. They be like, yo, Candy. I be like, Candy. And I turn around, they look at me, they be like, oh, no, you're not Candy. Everybody thinks I'm somebody named Candy.
You
So
got
strange.
doppelganger out here.
It was like, just
Like
like
that.
candy.
Yeah, I'm like Candy.
Ow.
Say that.
Hey, what Candy Mom look like? Tell her, holler at me.
Hey.
Candy Mom. Why you want the
Nixon
mom?
is on a
Why you
prowl,
want
yo.
Candy? Why you don't
Someone
want
around his
Candy?
age.
Nah, see, it depends. Like I ain't looking for no 21-year-old, no 25-year-old. Come on, I ain't doing all that.
You like older.
So you
gotta
saying
be
you're
like
not
30s.
with
40-year-olds
that?
I can get it.
They gotta
So
be
L
like,
Nixon, so L Nixon, so you ain't riding that train like everybody else,
hell no.
you know, where they're trying to go after the younger chicks and shit as they get older, huh?
But I can't.
No, they gotta be like 30s to 40s.
Let's talk about it real quick. What
I can.
What is it with
Ooh.
why do everybody like young women in a space? Like everybody
Like
want a
what?
woman from 18 to 24.
I actually
What's
don't.
the real reason? No, but I just
18
want
to
to know.
what?
18
to
to
what?
24.
Oh hell no.
I would guess naive or
I don't want
just
nobody.
not
I don't want
fresh
nobody
and ripe.
niece fresh out of school. Hell
You know what
no,
I
I'm
mean?
good.
Just fresh out of high school. You know what
Nah,
I mean?
I'll say
Nah,
21 to 30 though, man.
I wouldn't
Because
even date a shorty from
beyond
18
that,
to at least 23.
I mean, beyond that, it's like you're
Starting
looking
age
at
is 25.
okay, you know, high body count and all this other shit she's doing is gonna cause her body to look all ravaged, look like some old beat up ass package of meat that people kept manhandling and walking past. Nobody buys it; it's just there on the damn shelf. Yeah, that's how their body looks. Yeah, and
Shout
this is
outs to
no
Marco.
juices,
Shout
no
outs to
juices.
Marco. Old
Mhm.
holes.
Old holes,
All
yeah.
right, so check this out, right? And check this out, right? Imagine like the other way around, because how I look at it, right? When it comes to women, like even doing certain things, I think twice, because when I'm doing certain things to women, I think on the other side of it, right? Like I think about if it happened to my sister or whatever, right? They're gonna have me, you know, other brothers, cousins, whatever, uncles ready to see you. So that's how I look at other people. Like, yo, they got family members. Like, if I'm doing some foul shit, I should expect some people ready to see me. So imagine one of these 40-something-year-old dudes coming to Jersey or New York when you walking into the buildings where there's only one way in and one way out, and you got a 45-year-old dude coming to see a 19-year-old.
Oh
You get
God.
your ass beat. You get your ass beat.
Oh hell yeah!
Straight up, you would get your ass beat.
Because
So why would I be
45.
trying to come to get somebody 19 when
me,
I know
most
hypocritically I would
45-year-old
beat somebody ass?
Most 45-year-old men would not even go to 19-year-olds' houses. They'd try to get them to go to them.
Bro, that's
But
what I'm saying, bro.
remember though how it's been said, and
You
also
know.
I've seen it. there being a lot of younger chicks going after older dudes.
Mhm.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
I'll mess with a 19-year-old and fight her father if she's fine enough.
You would? Why? What?
I'm good.
But but why?
Lord
What,
Harvey is
what does that?
older though.
What does that 19-year-old have that you want besides a nice body?
There's no besides. That's all she needs.
True.
Hey.
Like what else does she need? She's nice, fit, feminine, friendly.
True.
But you know what though? If you look at these TikToks and these Instagram videos, man, y'all talking about these 19-year-olds, man. Hey, some of these older women put these younger women to shame, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Give me a 40-year-old that got a body like Bernie's
Bro.
Burgos, man. You can have it now.
Hey,
Bro, son.
hey, brother.
Okay, so take that 40-year-old that you like so much, right? And then imagine what she looked like when she was 19. And imagine what it's like knowing that you get to enjoy that all the way up until she turns 40. You get
because
years of that goodness.
But I mean,
Now,
to a certain extent,
40,
so
it could go bad tomorrow. You don't know. It's like that sandwich I just ate. It could go bad at any time. But it was better yesterday.
But game changer.
Hey,
but
Nixon,
at the same
though, I
time,
got you though.
But at the same time, though,
That's
certain shorties they look all right when they're like in their 19 and their 20s, but they look even better when they age.
That's very
like when
rare.
they get their 30s and 40s, they look better.
It's very rare that they look better.
Man, I've seen some nice ones. I've seen some decent ones,
They
bro.
look better when they
A
30s.
lot of these young girls ain't come on. A lot of these, you got to see the comparison. You got to think a lot of these older women and moms on YouTube, but I mean TikTok. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. As far as 19, right?
Fine.
If you ask most women, what were they doing from 19 to now? You talking about 40-year-old? A 40-year-old woman, her sexuality is times 5 of that 19-year-old. Because
well, then let me ask y'all this though.
She's young and she's fresh. But here's the thing: a lot of women haven't even reached their sexually peak, and as they starting to reach that in their 40s, they are going crazy, bro. So that 19-year-old ain't got nothing sexually on no 40-year-old ready to
well, then
get
that poses this question then. That poses this question then.
If I may, right quick, Ray. Answer me this.
Go ahead.
How come guys who've been married to their wife for 20 years don't say, "Oh yeah, when my wife turned 40, she just started, going crazy on me"? They never say that. It always died down when they're married. And you want to know why that is? You want to know why that is, East? I'm gonna tell you. The reason that is because single women in their 40s start becoming a little bit more promiscuous, a little bit more looser with the cooch in order to attract a mate. That's what it is. That's not a sexual peak. That's more just becoming more sexually compromising in order to
that brings this.
No, women actually get to know themselves the older they get.
That brings this question then. Like, okay.
Why would science make them horny when they're not fertile? That don't make no sense. I'm telling you.
Do the younger women have a higher body count than the older chicks?
Good question. The answer is no.
No. But see, a 19-year-old woman and a man, they don't know their bodies. They don't even know what they're capable of. That's all I'm saying.
I will teach her body. That's all the more fun for me. Like
the problem that
40-year-old. How would you teach her body?
Yeah. The problem that 40-year-old men have with their
Ryan McKnight.
That game changer. What you was
show you how that cat work.
Because the fact, just like he said, when she's young, she hasn't experienced sex yet. You know what I'm saying? GC, he's more experienced in sex. He's older than her, so of course he knows a woman's body when it comes to sexual pleasure and everything. Think of like the 50 Shades of Grey and stuff with that chick. She never was into BDSM and everything. She met that dude, and then when she got so much into it, stuff. He's the first that actually teaches her how to get into a sexual peak. Now,
I get into that.
Yeah, that's 2 after effects.
You know her pressure. Knowing the pressure points and teaching her how to use her body for your pleasure.
Exactly. It's like another virginity shit that she's losing and stuff like that. Even she might have some sex partners when she gets with someone more experienced in a woman's body, especially when it gets to the mind and also too, and work the way those pressure points. That's another virginity that a woman's losing behind that. It's like a sexual virginity, like in a tantra sense.
But see, that don't happen though, because we got to be honest. Even a lot of these older guys, right, still don't even have the experience. They didn't even have the experience for the women they age. So for a lot of
Mhm.
them, it's easier to go to the younger women. A lot of these guys ain't really, and I'm telling you, a woman got to be comfortable enough around you. Like, and we got to be honest. Like, we really got to know if we that man, because when you meet a woman, like even with a man, when you meet a woman, sometimes you're going to be competing with somebody that's in the back of her mind. You might not even know it. It's certain things that she's going to do. Like if you can get away with certain things, you may just be that dude. But a lot of times, yo, you competing with some type of guy, right? And to be honest with you, that guy might know her body. That guy might get certain things that you can't get. That guy may actually be able to get her wet and may be able to squirt and all that. So every dude
Well,
ain't
I
really
mean, well,
ain't got
oh,
that
should I
experience like
feel
that. They
bad?
telling you.
I don't give a damn. Should I fuck him? I'm worried about me.
I know I get that,
Shit.
but see, my thing is this: like, I don't like corny shit. I don't like nobody to hold shit back. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be the dirtiest, as nastiest, whatever that you've ever been, but you got to be
Mhm.
comfortable with that. A lot of dudes, if you ask older women, it don't even be the older women, even in relationships. You'll be surprised. A lot of dudes be lying and say they with a whole bunch of shit, but ask women in these relationships.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
be the dudes be like, nah, I don't want to do that, or nah. They be like, come on, man, like let's talk. It'd be some of the dudes. I'll be having these conversations, and it'd be some of the dudes that be acting fucking stiff.
Yo, and
Like,
I've been
And
like
some of
telling
these
you,
I
older
mean,
you got
women
to
be
do it
ready to get it
sometimes.
in.
some
Nixon,
girls
And
will
you
what if you
gotta
come
actually
do it.
across
agree.
a fine chick and she was on some Dubai shit?
Dubai, you
Yeah.
mean getting
I
pooped
know
on
what
and
he's
all
He's
that?
talking
talking
about.
about yeah.
No, I'm
You talking about getting
sorry.
pooped
Yeah,
on?
yeah,
Dubai,
and you find out like a month later. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not even
I'm
gonna lie to you,
totally
right? And
vanilla.
that's the issue that I have about. No,
Mm,
number one, I'm not vanilla, but the issue I have
I'm
with being on
vanilla.
YouTube, a lot of people ain't ready for certain talks. Like I don't even get into
mhm,
certain talk because with me, like, listen, besides like stuff that's kind of like suspect, you know what I mean? Like, yo, my range is I'm far from vanilla. I'm far from vanilla. And if a woman, a lot of women, listen, you'll be surprised because two people will be laying in the bed having fantasies that they scared to talk to each other about.
Yep.
So he's watching the porn, she's watching this, and that's how a lot of people are because you haven't made them feel comfortable. And if you don't do it in the beginning, good luck trying to do that 5 years later because you don't even see a girl like that. So why not have that in your house? I'm not looking for no relationship where I can't get anything that I want. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? I should be able to have it in my house. Fuck going outside of the home, spending hours that I don't have because you got, the time to sleep, the time to work. You ain't got time to be spending money going. I want all my shit in house.
In
I don't want
house.
nobody, I don't want her to do that because that's my girl. Fuck that. Yes, I want her to do that. I can save my fucking money and stay home and get it here.
yeah,
You
Exactly.
know what I literally say,
You know,
yo? You
Obsidian
just
was
have
coming at
to.
me for calling me a sadist and stuff. He was just going all off
A what?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
earlier today, saying I'm a sadist because I like to smack it up, bite it, rub it down.
There's
You know,
nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
Ain't nothing wrong with
bro.
that. Shit,
There's
ain't nothing
nothing
wrong with
wrong
Bro,
with
that.
that.
bro, dig this here, GC. You have
That's
your issues, shit
crazy.
like I have, like everybody else have, whatever. Some on my view, that I may have a problem with, whatever. But it's not that extreme to where like I gotta go deranged like this nigga. You know what I mean? Like oh man, like an excellent stream, by the way. Um, yeah,
Just just
that
cause
was
just
just. I looked at dude totally different after that, man. I was like, hell nah, that was because I had to listen to it again because I was in and out when I was, hearing him the first time when he was like actually streaming, and and it took for GC, to I knew he was gonna do his shit, so I was waiting for it. Came in and said it, and I was like, oh hell no, you old ass contradicting ass motherfucker. What's wrong
hey,
with you, brother? Like that
hey,
damn shot, the creature in that damn shot then took control of your ass on some Hydra shit. Like, come on, man. Like,
hey,
but
man,
but
what's
fuck that
GC,
going
shit.
just
on
just
with
cause
him?
But
Like,
just
why
because you
is
don't
he
want her to
acting like
be
that?
be half dressed, have sex in the dark, listen to Mozart, don't mean that you bad. If that's what he like, that's what he like. You know what I mean? If he
Wait,
if he
wait,
randomly spouting out Socrates and
He said classical music
Aristotle.
while they smashing.
Tell me about
hey,
your
hey,
education.
hey, you say the
What
show
university
Ozark.
did you go to? What's your GPA?
I'm about to listen
I
to
know,
Vivaldi.
right?
Do you hear these different sound elements while we making love? Like,
Hey, baby. Hey, explain to me this the Socratic method. Like, no, I'm good.
Yo, I'm
Nah,
about to
we
listen to
actually
Vivaldi 4 Seasons, yo.
yeah. We actually want to hear vulgar language, and we don't want to hear it in its proper context. Like, fuck up
Right.
a verb or two. Like,
Yeah. You know?
He actually was talking like I'm a deviant because that was just bonkers. And I'm listening at this like at 7 in the morning. I was like, oh
Jesus.
man, this dude.
Mm.
You're talking about Obsidian, right?
Yeah, Obsidian, because he's on the East Coast, so the time delay. But
I didn't want to roast his ass, but I'm gonna be a
man,
real. I'm but I'm
he
gonna be
from
a real
Philly too,
nigga
man.
but I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
real nigga and do it on my own channel.
Come on,
So
Philly.
He's going cuckoo.
Thank you.
Man.
yeah.
Hey, that's real. Hey, that's his mode one, missionary style only.
nah,
Oh, that's
just
corny.
bend
You
over
gotta
the
switch
couch.
it
He
up.
got one position: bend over my
You know
couch.
what I'm saying?
Oh, so I'm not vanilla
May,
as much as I think I am. I'm not.
Nah,
maybe that's an undertone in him saying, okay, me putting it together with the cane. Maybe, damn it, he's been getting used to getting bent over, which explains the damn need for the
oh
cane.
man.
Because them bitches been wearing his ass out.
I don't
Damn.
want to make assumptions like that, but I'm just,
Hey, but listen, like girls like for you to bite certain things, they like to be choked. Like, what the hell he talk? See,
What?
listen, hey fellas, fuck around. That's why people be getting in trouble, especially in our old age. That's the
Listen.
shit I'm talking about. That's
All
the stuff
you,
that corny shit like that. Yeah, you won't hear that from your wife because she be trying to give it to the next man because you
but no
boring as
lie,
fuck.
all you gotta do is listen. I've learned so much of just hearing these girls speak and they tell me the stuff that they like, yo. I'm telling you, it's made a big difference. You know you're
Yeah.
doing a good job after you smash that night and she's calling you again in the morning like, when can I come through? Like, damn, we had sex for 5 days this week. Every day.
But see, here's the thing. Here's
God
the
bless
thing
that.
though. People not even comfortable enough to have a conversation. Like, listen,
They're not.
people got to make it a point. If you're gonna be in relationships, like from the door, like have certain conversations, even if you lead it, and let her know, like some things that you're cool with, so that she'll jump on. Oh, well, I like this, because sometimes it'll take a while. Somebody told me, well, I don't really want to say it, and I made it feel comfortable. He said, "Well, I like to be choked." And I'm like, "Choked? That's all?
Facts.
Like,
And with
is
that
that
shit,
all?"
and with that shit, some bitches be like, oh, well, you never asked. So
And that's
therefore,
so
I come bold. I come bold and
yes,
ask the ass. I don't give two shits. But they
exactly.
be like, what? They be looking bewildered because I asked them such a question. Because other motherfuckers are shy, want to have these long drawn
Yeah.
out talks and shit, trying to reel them in and all that bullshit. Motherfucker, I ain't got time for all that
Building
bullshit.
rapport and shit.
But the craziest thing? You'd be surprised. A lot of them be like, "Well, I never had nobody ask me," or "I never." Yo, y'all better start asking. Y'all better start making
Man,
them
be
feel
like,
comfortable.
yo,
That's
You'd be
why you just
surprised.
got
I tell dudes, man, like,
No, but
yo,
I'm saying some
you know
people,
what sex
they
just as much
don't.
as we do, man. Stop being afraid to make your
Yeah,
move.
some
just be
some
Like,
people
open.
have told a
Yeah.
guy or two, and they
like,
made them feel like they dirty. So then after that, they like,
They be like,
I'm just gonna
nah,
keep it to myself. Nah, when you come to me, nah, we having that
we having that
conversation because I don't want
conversation.
you. Yeah, I don't want you to be corny when it come to me. Like you got a drawer full of lingerie and you got whatever underneath your bed. Like break that shit out. What you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, sis, that
the
reminds me.
biggest
Okay,
thing
I got a
all I'm
question.
talking about in relationships is sex and money.
Melody,
See,
question. Sis, so would you rather have a man that will be like slow, subtle, and reeling you in and shit like that, like you also seen on them shows and shit? You know how they take their time and all that. It's very like mode 5 and shit, very far from being mode 1.
Mode
Uh,
5.
so would you rather have that or a man come in like direct, but not disrespectful direct?
Direct but not disrespectful.
Mm.
hey, don't be like that dude and she's gotta have it. The first one. That motherfucker was folding his clothes and his socks and shit. Like, yo, what the fuck is she doing, man? Yo, what is you doing?
But let me ask you guys a question. Are you ashamed sometimes in the bedroom, like to live out your fantasies with the woman?
Hell no, I let that shit
Hell
all out.
no.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
Hell
hold on,
no.
hold on. What now? Hold on. What now? Here, man roaring. What was the question?
No, like when you're about to, get naughty in the bedroom and you have all these fantasies running through your head. Are you ashamed to
No.
do it?
Hell
Am
no.
I
No, I
ashamed to do it?
haven't.
Well, if I want to. But see, the thing is though, she gotta earn it. You see, because I don't reward bad attitudes. You give me a bad attitude, bitch, you get in 5 minutes. Um.
5 minutes.
Oh
Listen,
yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah. That's I
hey,
don't reward shitty behavior.
I'm very
No.
direct. I'm very direct on what is it that I want. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, because damn it,
And
I
and
control the
and
dial on my dick.
and
Shit.
the only thing I know, this sounds crazy. The only thing I wanted to happen in my bed as a celebration or my bedroom was the fact of the matter. I wanted her to twerk on me while I was in my computer chair to that Juvenile song. You understand? She actually did it. That was lit. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do no
Yeah,
vanilla
she
stuff.
did
I
it.
can't I can't do the vanilla stuff, right? And I hear women say, "Well, you can do everything and a man still cheat on you." Listen, that's a lie.
That's a
Because the
lie.
women that say that, they're not doing everything. Trust me. That's why they hate, certain promiscuous women or whatever. They hate them because there's a level that they're afraid to go. They're afraid to go, and they're maybe feeling subconscious or whatever, and they feel intimidated by other women. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, like, yeah, you're supposed to depend on your relationship, the loyalty and all that. But as year go on, you know what I'm saying, and like the spark dies, yo, do whatever you got to do. I mean, even if it's he coming home and you in some lingerie, whatever. But all that saying, what you can do. You're not doing everything. You got to raise the level each time. Like a
That's
woman. The thing about women is, a woman is this: if you provide the ultimate experience for your man, he's going to remember you. That's how I know people ain't doing everything. That's
That
like when I hear women say they're independent and they say, "Well, man, got to do X, Y, and Z." No, no, you're not truly independent. I tell
what
you,
is
this is like a difference. If you go to the DMV area, women make a lot of money, right? So here's what I say: provide the experience. The women there, yeah, you're a woman. They're gonna, expect a man to do certain things. That's automatic. But what they
Mhm.
gonna do? They not afraid. They gonna buy you a drink or two. They gonna take you out. They gonna pay for dinners. They gonna pay for a trip or two. They gonna make sure they let you know this is independent because I got it. You know what I mean? I want you to have it so that I ain't got to pay for everything. We on the same level, but I got it and I can do it without your help, but it's good that you help. That's an independent woman. So when you look at, like I say, providing that experience, you take an independent woman that claims she is and a real independent woman, which one are you going to remember? The one that gave you that experience. That's it. So you
oh
can
yeah.
translate text. If you give a man that experience, I mean, the moment that, and stop thinking, oh, it's corny or whatever. No, just be confident. When that man knock on the door, you got a long shirt on, you know what I'm saying? And all he can see is your legs, no shoes, no socks on. And he get to watch you up the steps and you got some candles, you know what I'm saying? The room is smelling good. And it's kind of dark, and you're giving him the ultimate experience as far
Hey,
as
my
like
nigga,
when you open, that's the shit. Come on, man.
you telling me about that, man, about motherfucker going past the level, dealing with motherfucker that's went past the level, then they're willing to go. Oh man, why did I just thought of that damn Megan Good scene, man, where dude was trying to get her when he
oh,
when he raised his legs up, man, like
oh
damn
man,
that scene just popped in my head. I'm like, oh hell no.
DJ
Uh,
Envy type begging shit.
uh,
Yo, but I'm saying you, I had this one girl that I used to mess with back in the day, and that's why I'm saying this because that's exactly what she did. Like she was really good at providing that experience. And like when it came to other people, I'm like, dang. And I write too. I write, all types of shit. You know what I mean? Poetry, nonfiction, fiction. I write erotica. And I'm gonna be honest with you. When I say
well,
providing that experience, a lot of times you write stories based off of your experience and then you add to it. A lot of these scenes that I wrote, a good few came from her because she provided experience after experience. And when you
Yeah, I
do that,
got
a
you.
man ain't gonna and he ain't gonna forget you. So my thing is, a man or a woman, your whole job should be to make sure when you get with somebody, right, it's gonna be hard for anybody to come after you.
Yeah, that's
mm,
true. Some women are very, very intimidated by other women, though.
But the problem is, bro, These bitches is too masculine for that shit.
Well, hey, the other ones are winning, and they'll figure it out or they won't.
I
Like,
had some
fuck it.
feminine ones in my way, for
Shit.
sure.
You,
Did
hell
you?
yeah. You talking
Feminine
about
ones wind up being my favorite sex partners.
you talking about trying to find three ants in a ball of hay.
Well, hey, look, listen, I'm still a bachelor. Still find them out. They do exactly what they told.
Listen, since you all are black men in a black community, right? Did you
Every
have
time.
more feminine women than not feminine women? Because
I really had to think about that.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
being
here's the
honest.
thing. Here's the thing. To be honest, right? I hear
Hmm.
men and women complain about stuff, right? But sometimes we really not in our right place in certain relationships. As
Mm,
men, sometimes we really didn't have that energy. We got to be honest. That's the reason why we got what we got. I mean,
hmm
some of us had to learn along the way, and we might understand like shit, like because I remember at a time when I used to say dumb shit like, you know, because I, dealing with certain type of, women that would, I would say strong and independent, whatever. I remember at a time when I used to say, damn, why you gotta act doing so and so? Like, yo, damn, you won't let me be the man. And later on, I learned, I'm like, yo, what the fuck was I thinking? I'll never tell a woman you won't let. How the fuck can a woman let me be a man? The fuck out of here, man. I am what I am. Like I had to learn
You
that
hear
type of shit.
me?
And
Yeah.
and here's the thing when it comes to men and women, right? Everybody, I mean, I don't say everybody, but a large percent, when we complaining about certain type of people, is that the certain type of people we like didn't really want us, but we can all look back, right, and say, damn, the one that I really wanted, that really would have did me right, she got married. I missed out on her. But damn, I passed over this woman. I passed over this man. We all have passed over people that would have been good for us, looking for something superficial. We had it.
Not in my
A lot of us
experience.
had though.
I'm gonna do a stream on
Not in
that.
my
I've been thought
experience.
of doing the stream on that. It's
Maybe not
funny
of
you
yours,
said
but a
that.
lot of us
Okay.
have.
When you said how can a woman, how can a man say like that, that she let me be a man or
Yeah,
she
it kind of
built
shows
me,
that.
yeah. I gotta do a stream on that because kind of got a little pissed when I seen the magazine when I was in the
A
store.
woman can't
And,
let you be what
and
God made you.
it was Samuel Jackson on there with his wife and
I said
that situation.
the only
Yeah.
thing I'll come forward and say I feel bad for is that I ghosted certain women in my life. Like maybe about two or three, because it's one of them I just really didn't want. And then there's at least like maybe the other two where I was like, I never should have ghosted them. But because of the circumstances, I was just like, nah, because it just the whole entire reason we got together was shaky. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I can say in terms of regret. But for the most part, in terms of feminine women, I haven't really had a problem with especially sisters. I don't think I've really had a problem. There's some bad apples, of course. They just been like outright disrespectful. Like
Come on, bro. Keep it real, brother. If
yeah,
that was the case, your ass would have been married right now.
well that's different. So that's questions I ask myself. Do I actually want to be married? Hmm?
I mean, but it all depends though. Uh,
And,
uh, we
and
look at the aggressive women as bad, and we look at the quiet women as good, but that's not the case,
but
man.
you know what's good about the aggressive women? I want them when we go out to a restaurant, we go out to eat, and they see that waitress messing up my motherfucking food. She come out and say, you better make sure my boy's plate is fixed up right. That's why I need those aggressive women. You know what I'm talking about, bro. When you out
Uh,
those
uh,
restaurants, fix that up. You
well,
don't like it.
as long as she respectful, you know what I mean. She could be, feminine and
But
all of the things you want, but she could be
right,
quiet and still be a bitch at home. So I think that's where we get caught up with the woman who's fully dressed in baggy clothes versus the woman who's wearing form fit. We think that one is different than the other, and it don't matter. It's the behavior, man. Like, yo, people gonna do what they want. They might not even like wearing certain form fitted clothes, but I don't see it still mean that they don't have whole behavior. So that's how we be getting caught up sometimes. We
yeah.
look at certain things and we just automatically assume, like, man, she's kind of boisterous. So maybe she could be like the most baddest, most faithful, and loving wife. You know what I mean? She could hold the house down. So a lot of times, and I think, and that's the thing that I have when I see in this space, like the whole authority aspect when the men. I see men talk themselves to a lot of stuff. What about this? What about that? The fuck you mean? Like y'all hear me? I really don't really talk about women, what women do, and it's already 490 people holding women accountable. A reason why I don't spend time on that, because when I'm stepping in the room or if I'm on the panel and there's a boisterous woman on here, that shit don't fucking intimidate me at all.
Oh
Right? It
no.
don't. Like, she understands her authority. Women do. They have been put in that position. But what I see nowadays is a lot of us don't understand our own voice. That's why when I come in there, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna let her know, hey, baby, how you doing? I'm a man when I come in there. I know you are strong being a woman, but I'm the man in the room. And
Hey,
those type of
I
women
ain't gonna
will
be doing no
respect
going
and
back and forth.
understand. No, I'm saying, but you don't even have to. That's the thing. Like, think about it. Like,
I'm just
one
saying
thing
that's a
we've lost.
typical. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing we is lost, right? Is, think of mom. Mom, she loud and she cussing at the kids and she doing all that type of stuff. Remember when she used to say, "Wait till your dad get home"? There's a reason. Just the mere thought of your dad coming home. So when
Mm-hmm.
man come in a room, just his presence alone should be the first thing. And I think that's what a lot of men have lost. If
Right.
we don't understand that, I think we've lost that, because in these spaces we spend a lot of time talking about the woman. Listen, if you in a 3-year relationship, and I had to put it on myself too, I'll
Hold
never
on.
do it
Rightly
again.
so. Rightly
Yeah,
so. This problem is deep, bro. Rightly
yeah,
so. I'm tired of people saying that, my nigga. I love you,
yeah,
bro, but I'm tired of
yeah.
people saying that, my guy. Like, nigga, no. The evil
But
these bitches, the evil
now
these
I
broads
get
be
it.
spreading,
I
no,
get
sir.
it, bro.
Yes.
I
On to the
I get it.
highest
But check this
mountain.
out.
Keep
But
shouting that
check this
shit.
out, bro. Check this out, right? All right, let's say we have a conversation about, say I'm in a relationship with a woman and she evil as shit, bro. She done did all type of foul shit to me. Yo, this motherfucker done emasculating me, call me all type of shit, man. We gonna talk about this behavior, this woman, for a whole hour at the end of the day. But you know what's wrong in that, right? She is who the fuck she is. She gonna be who she is, whether you with her or not. You know what the real issue with that is? As a man who say they strong and you say you the fucking man, how can you be the fucking man if you actually stayed 3 hours? I mean, 3 years to volunteer yourself as the man to put up with it. You're fucking wrong. You deserve it. If you were the man, you get rid of that bitch.
Oh yeah, hell
Straight the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
up.
No
So
Will
so when
Smith
you
and Dre situation. Yeah, yeah.
so when you do that, guess what? There's no hour talking about what the woman do, because as a man, you already did what you had to do. You cut her off and you moved the fuck forward. I ain't got
Exactly.
an hour to talk about her because she's in the past. That's how you do it, man. We ain't gonna be who women gonna be. It ain't gonna change. But you, the man, it starts with you and it can end with you. So how does a month go to be 3 years? That means you allowed it. And women on here told you they do what you allow. What you allow. Keyword allow. So don't allow the shit. Then you ain't got to worry about dealing with
See. That's another slick thing for saying, hey, Minister Jap, stop talking about these women. Donovan Sharp, stop talking about them. And
them.
talk
No, I'm
about
saying to
this.
stop
That's
talking about them.
still
Nah.
a slick way of going through the cracks and um, trying to like take control over what another cat talks about. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're gonna choose to talk about, Nix. This ain't the first
I'm
time I
not. I know.
heard
I'm
you
not
say
saying.
that.
I'm not
This ain't the
saying
first time
stop.
I heard you say that part, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I
But
mean?
don't. I'm not saying
And
that don't talk about them. We are men and women. We speak different
yeah,
languages. We're
I
gonna have
respect
this
you. I
talk.
respect that that's your
Yeah.
view, but like treat it as like while you're saying it, treat it as like okay, that's something that you are choosing to follow, not
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
putting
Most
it,
definitely. I'm not. Yeah.
not like putting it as like okay, like how some people say like okay, like you should adopt this
No,
ideology
no,
kind of
no, no.
motherfuckers.
I mean,
You
because
know
I
what I mean?
say that all the time.
Which is on some
Yeah.
overlord kind of shit, and I like to slay that evil shit down
Yeah,
quick.
and that's why I
Yeah.
said earlier, there's already 492 people saying that. Like, what I do is different, right? So that's just my message, right? And the thing is this, right? I've been in those type of situations that I had to understand. Like, I know there's women that'll tell you, like, yo, we only gonna do, what I'm saying, what you allow. We know if you serious or not because you ain't walked out the door yet. There's women on here who said we know what men not to play with, because when they say they leaving, they actually are leaving. So we're not really going to mess with them. So they basically have told us, and I'm in a lot of co-ed spaces. I've heard it time and time again. We only do it to the men that allow us to do it. When y'all don't allow us to do it, we give y'all more respect. We not fucking with y'all. So we know how to behave. So I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, men and women that we are gonna have these talks, but when some of us, you need to learn, because I have sons, you know what I'm saying? Like if I spend a lot of time talking about how women behave, I'm in spaces where women are talking about women behave. So they're really breaking the sister code and telling what it is. But when do I spend the time telling my son how men's supposed to behave, how men's supposed to have authority and power, and really how to govern yourself, so you won't ever say, you won't let me be a man, or you have your heart broken and you enraged for like 4 years. I mean, shit happens. Move on. Look, I've been through some shit. You don't ever hear me complain about my personal life on here over and I've been through some shit. You'll never hear me go back and forth about that shit, because I recognize the part I played in it by letting some of that shit happen. I recognize that shit. And like, let's say, for example, you know what I mean, as far as like, custody and co-parent and all that, most people would be like, yo, you got 15 more years to deal with her. That's not how I roll. I told mine, and she know what it is, because my son, he's 21. His mom will tell her exactly what it is when it comes to me. I told her, you got 15 years to deal with me. It ain't the other way around. You got 15 years to deal with me. And my son, I'm gonna tell you that because I addressed her fucking ass right in the middle with the judge, right when we was in court. I don't give a fuck where we at. I don't give your parents there, your father there. I'll go to his table. You say something, what? You ain't safe because you there. I'm not gonna disrespect you, but you're not safe because you at your dad's house. You go home with me. And fuck your brother too if he got a problem with it. And that's what it is. I don't give a fuck because I refuse to be disrespected. And that's the type of energy I'm on. So I'm not really worried about the woman. I'll respect her. She respect me. It's reciprocal. But if she disrespect me and I'm supposed to be the man of the house taking care of shit, and I just passed this message not too long ago. If I'm not a priority in this house, fuck this house. This bitch can burn the fuck down. And I'm serious about that shit. And that's the type of energy I have. I'm not gonna waste no time on a woman. If I give her a couple of strikes, if she disrespect me, she fucking going. I'm moving on. It's just that
Yeah,
simple.
because that's what I was about to get into. Yes, yes, the red flags. Like, because a lot of guys are really conditioned to to stick it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, take some jazz, whatever, stick it out
yeah.
until it gets past a certain meter. You know what I mean? Yeah, no.
Especially if she beautiful, motherfuckers will put up with a lot of shit. Don't do it.
Not this one here. No, sir.
That's what's up.
I'm
That's
I'm,
what's
I'm
up.
yeah, my word is absolute, and I know because the Most High is in me. So therefore, yes, my word
That's
is
what's up.
absolute. I shall not tolerate such bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, but if you are running, if you are the man of the house, you shouldn't have to like be a dictator and be a dickhead and be an asshole. You should just be serious about your role and not have your woman step on your role. But if you treat her like royalty and you respect and she she can feel the authority you have, and if she reciprocate and y'all both treat each other the same, man, yo, that's some powerful shit right there, man. That's some powerful shit. She knows she gonna be taken care of. You're gonna be taken care of, and that's it, man. As long as y'all respect each other, man, don't worry about what everybody else says. As long as that shit fits y'all in a relationship, and y'all reciprocate that energy, and y'all healthy enough not afraid to hold. Like a lot of times we get hurt and we hold back. You holding back, you looking for stuff to happen. Well, this happened before. If you think like that, don't be in a relationship at all. That's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If you're gonna be in a relationship, both of y'all gotta be 2 feet in. And it's like when you leave outside of that, when you leave your home, yo, anything can happen outside. Motherfuckers out here trying to do you all type of way. Your home should be your peace. So if you don't have that concept, don't even get into a relationship or marriage or nothing. Because if your home ain't gonna be at peace, it's gonna be a battleground. Yo, stay the fuck single. Let me see. Happy birthday. Have a glass of wine on me. That's what's up. Where you at, Mel? I know Mel ain't fall asleep on her birthday. She probably yo, Mel, you had a glass of
Nah,
wine?
nah. I was letting you get that in,
No,
man.
no.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
talking about
Because
Melody.
yeah, because
I'm talking about
I'm not the
Melody.
one
Birthday
to go
girl is
back and
still
forth and
there.
shit.
What Melody at?
Melody,
Nah, but
Melody.
I feel you, fam. Like, nah, I'm definitely not saying that that's what everybody else should say,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
we
You
should
see
we
what I
shouldn't
mean?
talk about women.
You
We have
you see
to.
I'll let you get all that out. You know what I mean? Because you see, yeah, I'm not rushy to you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
cut
Nah,
motherfuckers
but
off and shit. So yeah, I'm that chill, bro. Like, when it's just yeah. I mean, I subscribe more so. If you listen to Black Ram 313, you know what I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and brother Dr. BOA.
BOA,
I
yeah,
subscribe. I subscribe heavily to them, and both of them brothers even acknowledge of how their shit is, very similar. So,
yeah,
and that element is because because God is in it. So
yeah,
therefore, and that's where I grew up on. That's my foundation. So I gravitate more so towards that. You know what I mean? Like raw, uncut. You know what I mean? Willing to call the bullshit out for what it is. No pandering whatsoever.
yeah. And you
So
know what? A lot of people bash. Oh, my bad. Go
and that's what it is. See, a lot of people focus on like the wrong thing, man. Motherfuckers got to focus on okay, these panda bears. You know what I mean? These panda bears, man. Like, oh my god. And I think Trade of Truth right now feeling the effects of it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Of this other godocracy and shit. Yeah, I mean, even though he's been feeling it, whatever, but now he's really feeling it because I see him like I think I forgot what radio show he was on, but he was talking about a situation, man, with his kid and shit. So I was like, yeah, I feel you, bro. I'm like, yeah, now what are you thinking about that song now that he
Yeah.
made?
Which song?
It was a song that he came out with. I think it was like probably like last year or some shit. Where it was
Oh,
basically
oh,
like something around the lines of like saying like protect our women. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro,
like
protect the man, my nigga. Protect the man.
facts. I mean, I mean, like, I mean, and I feel you though. Like, even sometimes sitting back and listening, because I think sometimes people don't get the whole context. And I'm glad you said what you said, so that I can get a chance to clarify. But yeah, I definitely don't subscribe to the. There's just so many different personalities on YouTube, and like I normally say, like this is my contribution. Like, yo, I don't expect everybody. I don't want us all to be the same because we can't. We supposed to be able to learn from each other, and at the same time the way you do it is the way you do it and rock that out. But when we having a conversation, see, I can learn from you because we both not the same, but I respect the way you do it. And we always can find commonality in it. But I think a lot of times people, they don't like that. They want you to be the same and agree with the same. And nah, because at the end of the day, we can have a different type of message, but if you are a man's man, we're gonna have some commonality, you know what I'm saying, in the conversation, and we're gonna be able to
Exactly.
rock and vibe anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just you have a different approach. So with me, you hear me like I shout out to the women, like even in the chat, I shout out to all my bros. Like I'm really big
Mhm.
on my bros first, and I'll shout them out with the emojis or whatever. But when I shout the ladies out with the emojis, dudes be like, "Oh man, he give him a little harsh." Nigga, it's a certain group of women that I fuck with on here, have been respected, never had an issue, so that's what it is. Now, and they people may not have caught it because I'm mostly chill, but there's some women that I've cussed out on here. But you don't you will barely miss it because it barely happens. Number one, I'm done with arguing with women. I'm not. And I think on here it looks crazy. See a man like screaming at the top of his lungs, or I'm just not gonna do it. I've done that before. I'm not trying to have no heart pains, and I'm not
Oh
doing that
my
no more, man.
God. I'm glad you said that, boy. Yes, sir. You are damn right about that one. Cause man, I'm sitting there listening, I'm like, are you serious? And I even give the shit a timer now myself, you know what I mean? And then like until I get feeling, and then I come back and check it out. Then it's heated with something else, you know what I mean? It changed the notes, you know what I mean? Change gears a little bit. Okay, cool. You know. Sometimes I do that with Brother Art Newstall's channel, you know what I mean? When it gets wild over there, you know what I mean? And Mel, yep, you right here, yep, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, you know how you be, yeah, man.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, man.
What's going on
So,
here?
Yeah, man. So I'm like, damn it, but he's a little bit better over there than I've seen him in other places when it comes to managing that. You know what I mean? And dialing it back and shit, not letting them rev you up like that all the time. You know,
Yeah.
it's best to just look at these motherfuckers just so deranged and just be like, "Fuck you," and just keep on moving, man. Fuck them, man.
But you know what I've learned? I'm not even gonna lie. In the time I've been here, right? I've been majority in the co-ed spaces. Let me tell you, and I try to make it a point to learn every day. And I've learned having conversations with the women I'm cool with, and I've seen them in action with men. You know what I'm saying? Like real time, and I'm like, oh shit, like yo. So she said X, Y, and Z, and I'm seeing her doing. So I'm like, okay, that's what's up. So my thing is, I was um I was watching this one situation, right? And it was this one guy. He came up there. He's all super conservative, man. He's like, no, women shouldn't do this, and they should only be making love. Like, yo, when I say this dude was like stiff, real stiff, and
I knew you was
he
going.
was talking about, well, if you're out and we said, what if you out, man, with your girl and somebody come knock over your food or whatever, man? Like, yo, you wouldn't like say nothing. You wouldn't. No, I mean, because what if it leads to this? And he was like one of those, and I'm like, for real?
Oh,
Like
okay,
you
that's
wouldn't,
what you mean. I
you
was
wouldn't,
trying to get your terminology when you
yeah,
said stiff.
you wouldn't
Okay.
go, yeah, you wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that because and I'm like, ain't no way in the world, dog. Like for real, dog, that you
Oh,
won't.
hell no.
So,
Yeah.
so yeah, so he was being like that, right? And there was somebody who you wouldn't call her a divester, but she had some of the Reddit. We had a neutral channel, and it was her and two other girls, two women. They came up there, and they was like egging him on, like, no, I think we like more of a man like him, and we like what the fuck. So we started getting into it, right? And I would say some emotion. We was like, oh shit. We started really getting into it, right? And they was like, no, they souping them up, right? And I'm in the middle of that. I'm like, oh shit, I see what's going on. I said, so let me ask y'all a question. Which one of y'all would actually get with this man? Which actually would one of y'all be turned on when to have sex with this man? Because I know y'all fucking lying right now. And the whole thing is like, yo, we really got into it because they really kept bullshitting us, gaslighting us about this dude, right? And you know what I mean? We was getting our feelings. I called the shit out. I'm like, nah, I see where this is going. Only to the end for one of them to say, nah, we weren't really with it, but we were just trying to get y'all in y'all feelings. And that's exactly what the fuck it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you allow women to do that, that's control. They know they got you. That's not,
Yeah,
listen,
man.
women are men. We both can be logical. We both can be emotional. We know who's supposed to be more of the latter, right? But when we try to battle on the emotional playground, yo, we are a visitor. We playing an away game. We're
Oh
not
well,
home.
what's your take then on these chicks? Instead of them, seeking self improvement for themselves, in accordance with whatever level they're at. Um, Instead of doing that, they chose to leave the church and go to witchcraft. What are your thoughts on women using witchcraft in the hopes of finding a man? They're like, okay, since God ain't gonna give me, I'm gonna go
Mm-mm-mm.
to this.
So,
First of all, we got to know a little bit about ourselves. We got to be studying stuff instead of just looking at this gender war bull. We got to be understanding the signs because there are women on here. You find YouTube videos of women are telling you. They even on TikTok talking about it. Yo, you really have to know what's going on. All your relatives say, "Oh, you spending time online, whatever." Yo, it's people online telling them on themselves. So you better listen. Um, but for them doing that, yo, them chicks are dumb because when you practice witchcraft, yo, it has no discrimination. That stuff can backfire on you. You know what I'm saying? You get a return to sender, that shit will come back on you. So hey, everybody that's doing that, yo, just be
So,
careful with that stuff.
it's like these bitches saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna lose weight, so I'm gonna turn to witchcraft."
Man, yo, that's some stuff, man. That you can get caught up in that, man, and mess your life
I'm
up,
gonna I'm
man.
gonna I'm gonna make a man get me. Shit, I'm damn near close. I'm not a Lizzo, but damn it, I'm a big bitch. So damn it.
Hey,
But then I ain't gonna lose weight. Fuck that. He gonna set me for who I am, and I'm gonna make sure I find a way to make sure damn it, that he accept me for who I am. So shit, let me get these and all that bullshit. Yeah, man. Fuck, man.
Do you believe
yo,
in
you
witchcraft? Is that real?
Yeah.
listen,
I mean,
it's a
evil is real. So it's like saying like, is
yeah.
evil real? You know what I mean? Like, dude, what was it like 2 3 years ago here in Tennessee, Nashville? Damn it, they had a guy came in one of the Waffle House butt naked and shot up people, killed some people.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a strong, you got to actually believe in it, right? It's a strong belief, right? And here's the thing, right? The belief is powerful. And normally I talk about the law of attraction. Sometimes you attract the direct reflection of you. You might not be on the equal level. You might have some things you need to fix, but sometimes you might attract the most foulest people out there. You know what I'm saying? That's just like
Mhm.
um predators. Women don't walk around and say, "Hey, I like to be beat up," or "I like X, Y, and Z." They don't. But you ever wonder why certain women date men after men after men like that? It's because they know the language, they know your vibe, they know certain things to look out for, and they know how to groom you. So they know they target. So you giving off that type of energy. So that's law of attraction. That's like when you say, "Hey, I want this certain BMW," right?
Mhm.
You look at it on your phone, you're looking at a computer, you're looking at a magazine, you're looking at that, right? But what you don't understand is your focus on that. So that's why every time you go out on the road after that, you think all of a sudden, now everywhere I drive, I see that same car. That car been there. You just didn't notice it before. That's like simply broken down the law of attraction. But one thing that I didn't used to add to it is the law of vibration. You're putting out conscious vibes for people to pick up on. You know what I'm saying? And that part is like people understanding your vibes. Like you could know somebody and all of a sudden you're like, damn, yo, let me call this person. Like I just feel some type of way. And they'd be like, yo, damn, I must have been on your mind. Like I was getting ready to call you too. Like sometimes you can put out that energy, you know what I'm saying? That's vibration. You put that out there. I would say I would break that down to, let's say if you went to a party and a guy invited you, right? And you kind of felt like maybe he had a crush on you and you had a crush on him. But every time you walk by him, you know what I mean? Like you walk by in the kitchen, you got to squeeze by that feeling of awkwardness. Like you feel the energy. You feel like, damn, this is kind of awkward because both of y'all are vibing on each other. Y'all sending that energy like, yo, I fuck with you. That's vibration right there. So yeah, all that stuff that shit is real.
I mean, yeah, I get you on that tip, and also too, like keep in mind that you can be not giving off no vibes and just be
Yeah.
chilling and by yourself, and then you just have a bunch of hellions, come out of nowhere and start jumping you. And I've seen that
But but
happen before to innocent people at a bus stop.
but you know what though? Not but like saying not giving off a vibe. It's kind of like um sometimes people are not even conscious. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're not conscious of things they do. Like I had a therapist tell me, like, yo, the reason why you having issues with the women that you were dating is because like I got kicked out in 12th grade. 'Cause my mom used to be aggressive. I never liked putting up with her shit. I gave her hell. I ain't like women talking to men like that. I ain't like her talking to her boyfriends like that. I ain't like that shit when I was young. So I gave her hell. So she kicked me out in 12th grade. And I was like, shit, I'm out of here anyway. And he was basically saying subconsciously, like, since you love your mom, you love her strength, right?
Mhm.
But you're gonna subconsciously date women like her. You're not gonna do it on purpose. Sometimes you may blow past the women that are for you that may have been more nicer because that was you're replicating something subconsciously, right? And that's exactly what I was doing. And it always was an end result. Like my mom, I used to like give them some shit, but I knew it was wrong. But it's like, why the fuck am I dating these type of women? I wasn't doing it on purpose, but I was just gravitating to them because that's the energy that I had because that's the environment I came from. And he was telling me, he said, you were dating women like that. He said, now that you understand, yeah. He said, but you were dating women like that. And in those relationships, you was having that same fight you had with your mom in the 12th grade in the relationships with women like your mom. And that shit makes sense. It always ended the same way. And I had to go back. I had to do this thing called walking forward. from childhood to now. I talked to my dad, found out some shit that I was wrong on, and that's a lot of kids do. You know, dad don't really say much, so we listen to mom. I found a lot of shit that was false. My mom wasn't like that because my dad did some shit to her. My mom was always like that. Didn't know that. So how much of my relationship that I based off kids, we base our foundation off of half the truth that we don't even know, and we make mistakes in relationship. That's why I believe in telling my kids the truth. So I talk to my mom too, you know what I'm saying? And I walk my way forward and I started to look at relationships. And I said, holy shit, man. You know how many women I counted for that would have been better for me? I mean, really good women that I passed by to look for women like my mom. And a lot of them married to this day, been married for years. Still good women. I passed them over because subconsciously I didn't know my energy was more steering me toward women like my mom. And I ain't like them motherfuckers. Like, yo, who the fuck you talking to? But I didn't know. So I didn't know my energy. I didn't know anything about energy. But yet subconsciously, I still was picking up on certain energy, whether I knew it or not. And once I knew, that changed the game. And I started really tapping into me and getting to know me. Oh, that's the worst thing that ever happened for certain women like that. Because now it's nothing you can do to me. You can't
Hey
say
man,
nothing to me.
shit start kicking in for me, bro, when I start realizing that there's better women out there,
Facts.
and being able to put it to frame of all the levels of the fuckery that a lot of American black women, you know, do and portray themselves to be. You know, I know how to I know how to identify that shit now. So and it's like, damn, because I'm like, damn, this can't be natural, you know. And half the shit, you're like, you're playing a go along, get along game because you think it's natural, normal, but it's actually not. It's all out of balance, like a motherfucker. It's backwards as hell.
But you know, I just like us guys to be honest, because I see women doing the same thing. It'll be women on there talking about men like men ain't shit. Y'all know women that ain't good mothers. Y'all know women that be cheating on their man. And you like, yo, he a good man. Why you doing that? Same with dudes. Yo, we can't get on here and act like it's just women that are fucked up. We know some ain't shit dudes that we don't even want to be around. Straight up. You know what I mean? So when
Yeah,
it come to
those basic ass fucking talking points, man. They want to keep coming with, dude, to always try to balance it out to make it seem like okay, it's both parties. You know what I mean? Man and women. You know they have it. No. A
well, I
lot of
mean, you got to
y'all
look at it.
a lot of y'all are effed up, and let's just keep it like we know them in here that there's no good dudes out there. You know, total shit balls. You know what I mean?
That's what,
Non-productive,
that's what I tell.
lazy bastards. Okay, but at the same time, you know, it's come on now. Like
That's
we can't let them pull us into that,
Hold up.
like take us off the focus off of them and their
No, no,
fuckery
no.
that's
No,
that's
I'm not.
and how
Go ahead.
and how much pressure it is, like, you know, they're coming with, like, damn, like, you can't even go to the store and shit, you know what I mean, and check a bitch on some shit without some other females coming to her, you know, in her defense, even though damn it, the bitch is totally in the wrong, you know,
Oh yeah,
that's
and
what
you're a customer checking a damn a worker.
go ahead, Mel.
that's why I tell them, like, you know, I come across some people that want to talk trash about men so much, and they claim they're this good girl and everything. But I tell them, at the end of the day, it's on you. If you're this amazing woman like you say you are, you shouldn't be going through this many problems with dudes the way you are. If you are, no matter if he did turn out as good first and it turned out left, and you still having those problems, the common denominator is still you. Because reason why? Because you're doing a strategy that's probably not working that way. The same old technique you're doing over and over. And you might not even notice it, but you're doing it. It's not working. And
Because
sometimes you might need out of ears and eyes to point it out, you're still doing something wrong and stuff.
yeah, but
Because
I'll
I
break it
tell them,
down.
like, you know what I'm saying? Because I had to realize that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm this
Yeah,
good dude, but I'm still attracting the wrong type of woman. After a while, I
yeah.
can't keep blaming all the females. I got to blame myself because I'm allowing
But
it
they
to happen.
said, see,
I keep doing
that's
the
once
same
that
thing over
there,
and over. I
there
may
you
be doing
go.
too nice, too good. I'm still being and I'm being so gullible that I didn't even realize some of my boys, women, they probably have warned me about this chick, and I'm keep ignoring it. So I'm keep getting played. So
And you know what you keep going. Sometimes we're creatures of habit. We keep going to the same place. We
yeah,
keep and we do. I'm saying his before we even get to gender, man. Like we're humans, right? All the characteristics that are good and bad, bro. We all have them. Do women? Women are more keen to manipulation as far as the feminine. Yeah, I mean for survival, yeah. That women are going to be more into that. But the thing is, we have some of the same characteristics. We both can lie, we both can cheat, we both can be hypocritical. We have that in us. So as human beings that have that in us, we are capable of doing some of the most foulest shit as humans. We're parasites to the fucking earth. But the thing is, you know, a lot of times we're keen on certain things. Men are keen on certain things. Women are keen on certain things. There's certain women who like guys that look like, their favorite rapper. I like guys that look like Dave East. That's the type of guys I like. And they're keen in on that. And then they wonder why they get into certain type of behavior that comes with it. It's like, we keep attracting certain type of stuff and we want to like we switch it up, right? He's not as bad as that person, but it's always something similar. So basically we keep dating different variations of the same person and wonder why this shit is not working. And some of us shouldn't be dating, what I'm saying, the fly girl around the way. We don't even have that energy for her. That's for that guy. It's okay not to be that guy. Same with the women. You don't even have the energy for that dude. You want the dude that everybody know. It's not for you. It's not the energy. You can't maintain that. Another girl probably can. So we crying and complaining about certain type of people, but when you look at it, not only do we spend 18 hours a day talking about men and women that we claim we're trying to get away from, but we still keep talking. That's like if you dated somebody, you dated a woman, and she spent 18 hours a day talking about her ex, she ain't over her ex. So that's why I say the whole thing about talking about women all day if you're a man. It's like, yo, it's like you trying to convince a new girl that you over your ex. 18 hours a day, you got to do that? Nah. So it's like it's up to us, like Mel said, like it's something that you're not doing because we all catch ourselves being hypocritical, men and women. When you talk about the ain't shit men, ain't shit women, we're way to scale, whatever. But then we say, what about your family? Nah, I got five, good women in my family. Nigga, well, damn, if 100 men say that, then there's 500 good women. Like, come on, man. That's what we being hypocritical. Nah, but my sister is good. Nah, but you just said all of them ain't good. Now you want to give your family, what I'm saying? You want to exclude them. Like, oh, not my homegirl, she good too. Now you adding more people on the list. Well, why ain't you finding people that remind you like them? Because last half the time you don't want them. You want that girl with the fat ass that got that certain energy. And you mad because shit don't work out for you. You either raise your energy or you figure like, yo, I'm not fucking with that type of woman. Yo, let me get me somebody that's different. Somebody that's more toned down. Yo,
Well, yeah,
I've
that
been
that
chasing
right
these
there,
beats.
that right there is part of my sit tails right there. Like, thank God I ain't going the highest level with it like a lot of other fucking simps have done. But that was mine right there. Was continuing going back towards that, because you know fat ass and all that shit.
Yeah,
Thighs and all that, yeah, and that type of energy, like you said, what I mean? And it's like I was trying to bend her to my will and to mold her to what I wanted, though that she was already toxic and
yeah,
just just flaring with red flags that are saying, "Good luck on changing me, buddy." You know what I mean? So yeah, and a lot of guys, what I mean, thank God I ain't go off the deep end like a lot of dudes have done, but yeah, just it's best not to get involved in that, man. Just leave that kind of shit alone. Straight up. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit.
yeah. I mean, hey, it's okay if you like eights. You know what I'm saying? If you like eights, but you
And,
better have
and,
that
and what I mean and what I
energy.
mean and what I mean is those unruly ass Amazonian ass bitches, them wild and masculine ass hippos, you know what I mean? Hell, and they can come in a form like Gabrielle Union too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got your Queen Latifah types too. Yep, them. Um, nah. Yeah,
yeah.
it's best to stay away from that shit. That shit's evil. And the the level of evil they exude is weighs more heavier than what man has in this country, man. You know, because you got to think, and so everybody want to try to equate it. But you got to think too, man, of all that power, man. You know, from the government too. Like, you know, you got to remember the panda bears, I'll say ultra panda bears. You know, I mean, the motherfuckers give them such power. You know.
But here's what I see. Here's what I see, man. Like, you ever
get rid of that, and get rid of that, and we'll fix the problem.
Yeah. You ever notice how you see certain women in a relationship, and they'll be with a guy, and they'll say, they'll have these high, ridiculous standards for men, right? And they'll keep reminding that man of that, right? So here's the thing: she'll use this man over here to manipulate you to being the man that she want, right? You know, why don't you be like this? Why don't you have this? Why don't you do this? And it works on a lot of us. Instead of us asking, well, shit, why the fuck you not with him? See, here's the thing. She probably don't want to be with him because, see, with you, you're looking up to her. You know what I mean? She's exposing all your flaws. She know her flaws, but at this point, she got you on the defense. She's on the offense. Now, if she meets that guy, then it'd be a different level. Now, and that's what I'm saying when it comes to the whole thing with the women, right? I'd rather have a conversation where I focus on men saying this. Okay, well, you can have that woman that say, well, you ain't this, you ain't that, you ain't that. Okay, you can focus on her. But over here, this is what we're going to focus on, right? So now you did X, Y, and Z, right? So now when you meeting that girl who used to do that to that guy, and I'm going to be honest with you, that's me. That's me. In life, I focus on being a outlier in everything that I did. I've always been that way. So that's the problem I have when I met really productive women. The dude that they used to hang the dangle the carrot over their head, that shit don't work with me because I'm just as independent as you are now. When you talk about your degree, got that. You want to talk about what credit? Credit better than yours. Most of the time, majority when my day, my credit is better than theirs. You want to talk about money in the bank? Got more than that. You want to talk about what? Business, got that. Travel, got that. Now, what the fuck else you want to talk about? So now you running out of shit that you can't. Now you finding out you don't have nothing to hold over my head. So now you got to figure something else out because you don't have to dress me to go like to dress the other guy because I can do that myself too. Cook and clean and do all that. So now you're like, oh shit, it won't work on this nigga.
Hey, Dick, this is why I like to shout out to, Big Bro Black Round 313. You know what I mean? As he said it, bro. You know what I mean? But, this is my own words of what he said. Motherfucker, a bitch got on 2 damn buildings for all I give a damn. There ain't no bitch out of my damn league. You think I ain't gonna be hollering at that bitch? Because, damn it, I don't own 2 buildings and shit like this, bitch?
Yeah.
No. Fuck that.
But even if she do have more than you, if you have established yourself and you firm on your ground, like, damn, she like, yo, I can't move this dude. So now I got to figure out what it is. And if you stand your ground, you'll be fine. But a lot of guys don't understand.
Amen to that one.
Yeah, she'll be using the standards of some other guy to hold over your head because she know she ain't even ready for that guy. But she gonna use him as a marker to make you feel bad about yourself. And here's the thing: you shouldn't. Maybe you don't have what she have at the time. Maybe you getting it. And even if she have, 2 buildings and she got a degree, and you know what I mean, you don't have yours. And first of all, a lot of men in all races are not more educated than women because we understand that certain jobs, certain trades to get successful, we don't actually need to waste money on a degree. That it all depends on your field. Most men understand that. So, and that's why we don't have the college loan debt and all that. But even if you have yourself established and she has more than you when it comes to certain other things, as long as you steadfast in your way, man, you got to let her know, I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm still the man in this fucking. You make 20,000 more than me. I don't give a fuck. Your spending habits are worse than mine, and I'm still the man. I'm still able to take care of this house because your ass don't even know how to save your money. I'm still the man in this house. I don't give a damn if you are the project manager at work. You are not the project manager here, and you fine.
Bitch, you own 2 buildings and you still got a wig on, bitch. You still a wiggatron.
Yeah, because a lot of women are not strong and independent, man. They're actually hyper independent, and that's a response to trauma. And I don't care. We say, oh, we now you sometimes you can say, well, you allowed certain things because she felt your energy, but that's why we got to learn this stuff because when you have a hyper independent woman, I don't give a fuck how well put together you are. They don't trust you. They'll never trust you because it's a response to trauma that had nothing to do with you. That's therapy right there. There's nothing you can do with a hyper independent woman. She's going to make it seem like it's you, but if you trade you out with another person, she's going to do the same thing. She's already broken and she's stuck. So it is what it is when it comes to that. That's why you have to really know yourself as a man. You ain't got to demand shit. You ain't got to do shit. But when you know the energy you have, you give her that look like, yo, I'm not falling for that shit. Like, cut that shit the fuck out. And if she ain't really, she's going. She don't like the dude who about his shit, right? Because they like to control the situation. So I can't control this dude because he know who he is. Well, let me get a dude that's gonna cater to me. She get a dude that's gonna cater to her. Damn, this nigga's too soft. I'm gonna cheat on her with a guy that I can't trust. She gonna always be in a catch-22 because she is out of nature. She out of nature. And nature is powerful, man. You can't beat nature.
She is her own imbalance.
Exactly. Now, I keep telling people nature is so powerful, man. Like you can't beat. Now I don't care what double standards you cross. You can't beat nature because when we get older, we're still going to have certain urges. We're going to fight against them. We might say, you know what? Who said I want to get married anyway? Nigga, that's what all y'all say when y'all know y'all fucked up. Like, stop it. As humans, we have urges to do certain things. We may ignore them. There are people who, whatever, but we're fighting human nature, man. We got biological imperatives. So when people say there's no such thing as roles, bullshit. Let a motherfucker break in your house 3 o'clock at night. See what role you play.
Mm-hmm.
If we driving in the rain and we get a flat, black women got her hair done. See what role we play. Who gonna change
Yeah,
that
you
time?
damn right, man. You know what I mean? And nigga, yes, and because of that and all that, yes, which is why I'm driving this shit home. Because look here, hot damn it, I'll be damn. Not Ray Honda, no. Because I bust my ass for mine. You
There
know what
you
I
go,
mean? So
Ray.
therefore, I shall not kowtow and just give with open hand on a platter, bitch, half of my shit. You know what I mean?
But you know
No,
what, Ray?
period.
A
Fuck
lot of
that.
people, a lot of
No,
people have been.
I'm driving it home because this shit is evil as fuck. This
Yeah.
country, this country on multiple levels is not for families, and people. No, a weak nation, a weak nation is the result of it being because of weak families.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I
But
mean?
a lot of us have been taught self-destruction, man. Like a lot of us been taught self-sabotage, man. And when we say we need therapy, bro, that's not just women. That's just like think about it, right? It's no wonder why relationships don't last. We could talk about all this stuff we want to, but listen, when you take two broken people who may not have been taught, because think about it, we may have been given some tools by our parents, especially if they wasn't together. One is this house, one is that house, but they co-parent, whatever. They may have given us tools, but if we didn't see our parents do it in a relationship, right? The application, all we got is tools from two parents. We don't know how to use them. So we go out there, you don't know how to use your tools. I don't know how to use mine. And we get into a relationship and trying to build a foundation on a broken foundation. It's no wonder. So we got to know more about ourselves to know, yo, within the first few times dating them, yo, this ain't the one, and move on. You really got to know yourself to know what you need. If you don't really know yourself, you don't know what you need. So you picking all types of fucked up shit. So that's why, it's good to go in that solitude, learn yourself, date yourself, study some shit. You got mental health. You got all this stuff we got to deal with now. Once you know yourself, man, your energy be on to a point where the same people you used to look at, she bad, but you like, nah. Even just be like, yo, they'd be like, yo, she just want to have sex with you. Nope, I'm not even at this point. I'm not even fucking with nobody. I'm not messing with her at all. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta change your shit because it's to a point, man, that
I
like
think what it is too. What I've seen, El Nixon, real
what about
quick, is
you? You go
that
ahead.
uh, the problem is this: a lot of cats is afraid to check their own women and their own family, which is why I don't believe they're
Facts.
going to be trying to go fully to the
Facts.
max, trying to push their masculinity to the max, to lion mode, how it should be. You know what I mean? To where therefore, around certain occasions, they may come to and try to portray them, and they're on that masculine shit, but they can't come with the full force of that spirit. And if you're a sharp-eyed motherfucker, you'll sense that when you pay attention to such behavior.
Yeah, and that's why you got to understand that a lot of women have been taught incorrectly, and a lot of them don't even know it, right? Because think about it, women, a lot of women say they're tired of doing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? They got to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, I get that, and they say they want men to step up and do all that. But here they've been raised so to be so independent that they actually don't know that. Hey, can you help me come put this bookshelf together? You'll come in there, but yeah, they won't hand you the tool. They still want the tool in their hand. So you're like, yo, won't call me in here to help you do something, but you won't release that screwdriver. You know what? Hey, I'm gonna go in the other room until you actually learn how to ask for help. Then I'll be back. Until then, yo, knock yourself the fuck out. But a lot of women don't understand. They don't know how to do that because of the pain and trauma. They want all this from a man, but they don't understand that they're actually participating in their own doom. They have kids and they have sons. They're teaching them and showing them the wrong shit. You know, do years, right? You hear women say, "Well, men won't don't know how to do this and don't know how to do that." Okay, well, guess what? Sometimes to get what you want that benefits you short term will fuck you in the long term. So now you got men that actually do a lot of cooking. You got men do a lot of cleaning and doing a lot of all that shit, right? So you happy because we get to help you in the inside. But guess what you lost on the outside? Now you're up here complaining about a bunch of men who don't know how to do nothing on the outside. That's because we're too busy helping you on the inside. So hey, look, I told my ex, I said, yo, would you be mad if I say women belong in the kitchen? And she said, yeah, why would I? Why would that? What that sound like or whatever? I said, okay, cool. Who's outside on the lawn and doing all that shit for 4 hours? Who's cleaning the gutters, installing the alarm systems, fixing the cars, rearranging the garage? Who's doing all the heavy loading outside? Like I'm outside by myself, right? So who gets mad when the trash don't get taken out? Why we got? So that's a man's job, right? So if I belong outside, why the fuck can't I say you belong in the kitchen? Because guess what? If everything I do is for the man, how the fuck is everything you do unisex? I'm going to fuck outside. If I want to cook, it's my option. But I'm not cooking. And I had to snap at her. Yeah, I had, two stepdaughters at the time. Why are you putting dishes in the sink? You know it's her dish to wash it. I said, because that's her job to wash the dishes. I'll wash them if I feel like it. But I don't ask y'all to handle none of this shit that I'm supposed to do outside, do I? And I left the motherfuckers in there. Get mad if you want to. It is what it is. So until men
Damn
start
right
getting
about
like
that
that,
one. But
yeah.
though,
But think,
but in that though, she kind of like got line and all that combativeness. I ain't giving it, bro. Some
but
of
see, they
y'all
don't
think I may be
understand,
gay.
Ray.
Yeah, I'm not saying y'all niggas. Y'all know where I ain't saying y'all
Yeah, yeah,
anywhere
yeah.
near
I got you.
on no simp like uh Boyce Watkins or Steve Harvey kind of shit. But
Yeah,
man, because of this shit here, it may seem a little darkish, but no, um, I don't give a shit, right? About none of that. You know what I mean? About these females like that, bro. Like, no, I don't. Now, uh, I am on agreement when it comes to, okay, I may, screw someone or whatever. But even in that, you got to
yeah,
be selective because
yeah. It's true.
look at the percentage. Motherfuckers got to keep in mind, and you know what I mean. And you got to hope too. So then, okay, you want to take a chance and at least fuck with a chick, or whatever, until you dip out like my plan. Go overseas and not for the purpose of just finding a woman, but for the whole culture itself. Is That's been my desire for years. Like when I was younger, first country was Japan. But yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
go
first
to
is
a land. We'll go to a land where they're submissive, all that shit, whatever. I ain't saying like it's gonna be perfect where you ain't gonna get no fire or flares or whatever,
yeah,
but it's not gonna be to that extreme because man, to where you got to worry about a bitch coming with like false charges on you and all that kind of shit, dude.
yeah.
Man, the levels, dude. Ain't just one or two ways these bitches can fuck your life up. It's multiple
Yeah.
ways. You know what I
But
mean? And
see,
they
you
got
have you.
and they got their puppets, and they got their puppets. They sepatiers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? At their disposal and shit. So motherfuckers got to
yeah,
keep that in mind. You know what I mean?
yeah,
What if you're in the face? What if you're in a situation where you got a dispute with three or four motherfuckers and shit because of this bitch?
yeah. But you have women who wild out, and you have women. Some women just don't know, right? You have some women they just see it's some. There's some women out here who know they messed up and they embrace it. There's some people who really, you know what I'm saying, they think they own to something when they've been misled. But the thing is, you know, as far as having a family, leading a relationship, if a man ain't really got himself together, I don't think he should be doing that, man. Especially if you can't teach her nothing. Now, if you too busy learning from her, nah, man, you're not ready for it. Like, yo, you really need to be thorough. That way, she can't test your gangster in the relationship because she know you solid. If you ain't solid, man, yo, you should be eating nowhere around leading nothing, man. And when you get into these relationships, right? Some women just really don't know. So from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And that was my part. Like I was solid, but my entry was always fucked up. I gave him too much leeway. I had to correct that shit. But if you stand your ground in the beginning and you know what I mean, you discuss like, what it is, a woman who got some fucking sense to understand, like, yo, I spend all this time complaining about having to do all this type of shit, and I'm ready to do all this type of shit. But yo, this motherfucker making sense. Why the fuck am I doing that? And he's here. He letting me know, yo, if you trying to do all this shit and I'm here, I'm out. That's my motherfucking job. Don't step on my fucking toes. That's it. I'm not gonna ask you to
But
let me
see,
do shit.
this is where
And,
you got
and,
to
and if
gauge it
she got
though.
some type of sense, she'll understand that, yo, this man is here to help out and do his role. I'm so used to doing X, Y, and Z. But that was some other
Hmm.
dude. Like this dude is a man. And he basically told me either it's not like I know some women here is saying you're controlling you this. When I say with the program, meaning I'm a man who knows how to lead, and I'm not here to put a lot of pressure on you because it's my job, because it's in me to do it with effort. With you, it's pressure and stress. With me, it ain't really on that level. So you handle your part and I handle my part, and that's how it's supposed to work. And if you got any type of smarts and you can't understand that that's better for you, if you play your role, then you's a dumb motherfucker anyway, and I don't need to be with you because you're gonna make life harder for you. You're gonna get another man, and you still gonna try to do his job too. And if he accept that, he's a dumbass.
And
Both
see,
of y'all.
and this is where, brother Nixon, this is where we can go into this. Okay, the gauging. Okay, or you got to gauge it,
Yeah,
right?
that's either
Okay.
male ability
Right
or
now,
no.
now, when when you was talking about okay, when it comes to the teaching,
No, I was
all
talking about
right.
this. I'm talking about the snoring. It was one of them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know there's a signal. You know what I mean? Boom, just boot out. But I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave her up here by herself and shit.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I feel you.
but I was hoping that she wake up soon. But no, man, this is where you gotta gauge it, bro. Because look, I don't know everybody talking about like, hey man, it's realistic today. You're gonna have to teach. What I mean, your woman some shit. What I mean, especially too if she's cooperative and submissive and all that shit. But but the thing is you past a certain point, what I mean, if she ain't there, she ain't been trained, learn like what it is in that area. You still there?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to say this real quick. It'll be my last statement. Um, but some guys get it twisted though. See, what I mean, and when it's not broken down to them, okay, on what should you uh teach your chick, train her about or whatever when it comes to you and learning you versus allowing shit or whatever, red flags and to keep on flaring up or whatever, and and just trying to staying in it. You know what I mean? Stay in the fight, trying to change her. You know, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if she's not already trained in such traditional fashion when it comes to like the basics, dude, like no, it's not worth it at all. Like you're gonna be sitting around black man with high blood pressure. Hell no.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. But you know what though, and I think when it comes to that, it's like I try to look at it a little bit different because, like I said, these last I'd say 5 years, because I had to travel with my job, so I was bi-coastal back and forth. And my son graduated from school, so he came with me, and had a chance to do some really good work on my son. My son is in Seattle right now, 21. Was on his second apartment, or actually third. Cars paid off, money in the bank. My son learned from my mistakes. He don't play. He don't give girls too many chances. My son is thorough at 21, and when it comes to laying down than I was. You know what I mean? That's
That's
because
good shit.
yeah,
Amen.
you know what I mean?
Zero panda bearing.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
no kids. He makes more money than his mom, man, who really didn't pour into him. You know what I mean? But I had to be honest with my son and have these type of conversations with him. But me traveling back and forth, it's just I was in a period of solitude, man. You know what I mean? Like my
Yeah.
therapist gave me some homework I followed up on. Yeah, I started going into everything, man. Behavior patterns, cognitive behavioral therapy, mental
Hey,
health,
that's good shit though, man.
law. But when you really go deep into that stuff, man, when you really go deep and you understand how all this works when it comes to how our broken foundation in our communities, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's really hard for me to get mad. You know what I mean? I don't even get mad at my old relationships now because it makes sense to me now, right? It's like sometimes we're expecting another person to do the things that we can't even do ourselves. Like, yo, this motherfucker was broken when you met her. Yo, I had some issues when I met her because now I know because I fixed some stuff. So I know I wouldn't look together when I got with her because as a man, I allowed some shit. So how the fuck can I be mad at her when I'm looking at it now? Damn, I should have known looking at her behavior, looking at her family, looking at her upbringing, all the patterns that was in my face the whole fucking time, that this shit wasn't gonna work. I didn't know. You know what I mean? And some of these people, yo, it's the same thing. Like since I finally got it, maybe they haven't got it yet. So now it's not about me being mad at them. It's now I'm to a point now where I ain't got to worry about anymore, y'all, because I'm avoiding y'all because now I know I can't fuck with you, can't fuck with you, can't fuck with you. So I ain't gonna have no story about complaining because I know I'm not gonna look at somebody to be honest with me because either they lying or they don't know. Either way, it
Yeah.
ain't their responsibility to come being honest with me. It's my responsibility to come being aware and saying no, you not it.
Mhm.
So you can go
It,
do that with somebody else and y'all be fine. I'm just not fucking with you because now I know you fucked up. Me and you could be cool. We cool as friends. Yeah, homegirl's cool, but nah, I just dodged the bullet. But if I don't know, I don't know, and then I'll go into it blaming her, telling her to do this and do that. To be honest, yo, I could be just as fucked up as she is. But I'm too busy looking at her. See, that's what I'm saying. The most important part is not to look at this woman right here because guess what? If I don't fix me, I'm gonna find another one. I'm gonna worry about her.
right.
I'm gonna find another one. I'm worry about her. The whole time I have not even fixed me. I done
Hmm.
passed three of
Yep.
y'all's, but I'm the common denominator. So when I fix me, it ain't no three of y'all's. So next time when I really get out there, I'm gonna find one that's gonna know what it is. She gonna know the program. I don't even have to have these conversations that we have online
which
about
is
being
which
submissive
is the high
because
importance for sorry, but which is
yeah,
the high importance real quick, which serves a high purpose for monk mode. You know what I mean? Monk mode is
yeah,
basically for my account, monk mode was basically, it's time you set off, for yourself, to focus on yourself when a woman comes along, cool,
that's what I
but
did.
but then again, instead of the pumping and dumping method, that's why I like to shoot. But shout out to Brother Black Ram. They like that method of pumping and letting her dump. So therefore, when she dismisses you, whatever, it ain't no thing. because you know what I mean, because she does the dumping. You know what I mean? Hey, while you're already, you been working on like the fourth chick. You know what I mean? So by the time that she's ready to be done with you, so therefore she dumped herself.
Yeah, I didn't mess with, I didn't deal with nobody. You know what I mean? During my situation, I didn't deal with nobody, man. It was all about me. You know what I'm saying? Like loving my
Bump mode.
freedom. Hell, even right now, man. I mean, I ain't gonna, I ain't officially, so I ain't gonna put no stuff out there. But I'm good now. But still, I think now the way I'm addressed is a little different, and that's the only reason why I'm speaking the way I'm speaking, man. Because when I got on YouTube, I use that as a sounding board. As I improve, I use YouTube as a sounding board when I'm talking about authority and law of attraction, all that.
Hmm.
Because when I'm around certain people, I get a certain energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. That's why when I see shit working in co-ed spaces. I have motherfuckers tell dudes like, "Yo, I don't really fuck with you. Like, I fuck with certain type of men, and I react to certain type of men, right?"
Yeah.
And I've had them say, when these two guys talk, you see, I stop talking. So that's like, yeah, they women recognize that, man. When your energy is so turned up like that, I don't give a fuck what she can't, bro. She don't have no choice but to see what it is. And in certain spaces and certain conversations, you wonder why certain dudes get certain respect and you don't. And I ain't saying nothing wrong with you. It's just that you really got to get to a point where you know yourself, to a point where you ain't got to do all a lot of demanding, a whole lot of yelling, a whole lot of
Well, yeah,
envy.
because women in their right mind are attracted to men who are men of structure,
Well, even
in and out. You know what I mean? Because that's attracting. Because as they see a man has strong impulse controls, you feel me? That turns them
what
on. Because therefore they're like, huh? So what does it take to deal with him? And then find out when you finally let them know that, hey, in order to deal with me, you got to follow my program, which is going
well
to be
even
you following a structure.
even crazy ass women though, right? I'm not even gonna mention this young lady's name, but this she's like a fucking young terrorist, man. Like with all her talking points, she's a woman. She's this and this and that. She's
Just
been on.
total strag demon.
She's been on yeah, bro. And if I say her name, some people will know her. I ain't trying to give her that clout, but she's been on a popular YouTube platform about a year ago. It's a guy, and he put that work, and he gave her that work. But she's been, terrorizing, YouTube. Been over there with the investors, and I mean, yeah, she's a clone of. She sound like the lady with the bang. But I'll leave it. I ain't gonna say her name either. But I was on a panel with her, bro. Now I'm chilling with this whole new sector. And I done seen her, over talk dudes. I done seen her come at dudes like that. Yo, what the hell? Like, no respect, cutting dudes off, all this type of shit, bro. And I
Hmm.
had to deal with her, man. And I came there cool. I came there peaceful. You know what I mean? I came to give some advice. They wanted to turn up. She tried to turn up. And I shut her the fuck down. Shut her down. And she shut the fuck up. And when I got off the panel, she still didn't say nothing. She said, "Oh, blah blah." I said, "No." I said, "No, we're not doing that." Well, I said, "No." And I called her name. I said, "We not gonna do that." I said, "I see how you talk to other people, but you're not about to do that shit with me. It's not about to happen. I'm letting you know. Well, you don't know where you at." I said, "I don't give a fuck where I'm at. You ain't gonna do that with me." I said, "I get the mad. I get the factor with feelings." I said, "I get all that." I said, "But I
See, a
also
lot of
get
guys, and the talk is too. And brother Edward, shout out brother Edward Anderson. Shout out to him. He
Mhm.
even mentioned this before too on his stream. You know what I mean? That a lot of guys are having, basically, not like in quoting them like that, parade or whatever, but basically around the lines of that, they're giving these women power by looking at them as if they're their own mother or auntie, whatever, which is why they come, across that problem of being able to check their own women in their own family,
Yeah,
and to show that you're truly thorough to the bone with this, you know what I mean? You you got to cross that line.
You feel me?
Yeah,
You gotta be willing to cross that line and and to check that in all aspects. You feel me? Not just in like within the realm of a relationship with a woman, because that
yeah,
kind of shit is everywhere, man. And you just gotta be a strong man and willing, to with your chest out and your head up high, damn it, and be willing to check that shit. Any man that goes against this right here, what I
yeah. And
just said,
don't get me wrong.
is a simp, and they're deranged and they're soft.
Yeah,
You
and don't
cannot
get
be
me wrong.
soft.
Like
You
what I,
cannot be soft in this. Every blue pill element has to be purged.
yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like a lot of times when people see me, y'all see me giving shout out to women that I fuck with, and the reason why I do that because those women give me respect. You know what I mean? The women that don't,
Hmm.
we not. Well, I'm not. But don't be confused, right? When I'm on here, I am really for the men first. So if you don't hear me keep going on women, I don't mean because I'm parent for the women. It's just that I believe that when it comes to us, we are first. You know what I'm saying? Like we are the fucking man when we enter the room. Period. And I want men to understand that. Like I don't give a fuck what she say, how turned up she is. And hey, ladies, if y'all listening, I'm not even going to to give a disclaimer and say no disrespect because regardless, when you're in the room and you know your authority as a woman, that's cool. But when I enter in the room, knowing my authority, I am the man when I walk into the room. Period. There's no way you can top that. I don't give a fuck what you say. Now, if you sitting there talking about men should be men and all that type of shit, and you have a problem with that, then you're full of shit. A man is supposed to be the man. His flame is not supposed to be extinguished by yours. It's not supposed to happen. And it ain't gonna happen when a man know who the fuck he is. So, you know what I'm saying? All this yelling, all this arguing, I know what it is. They testing you. They want to see. I got him in his feelings. Listen, because his catch 22. If he get off the panel, oh, see, he ran, he roasted you. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's the catch. See, women know what they
And
doing, bro. That's the catch. I'm
and
gonna
that's
be the
another reason
that
why.
walk out
Oh,
of
go
the
ahead.
room, and you can call me a little punk, a little man. I'm gonna be the one that walk out of the room. I'm gonna be the one to say, "Hey, so and so, hey, shout out to you. I respect you and all, but I'm gonna drop off. I don't run now. Hey, listen, like I said, look, I respect your panel, and I respect it not enough to burn this motherfucker up right now. Hey, you have a good day, and I'll leave her on there talking shit. Oh, see, I roasted him, he left. No, I don't give a fuck because the more
I
and
mean, well,
more
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
see
All that
in
matters is you right there, right in there is all that matters is that you made your damn statement boldly with your
yeah,
fucking chest out. You know what I
because
mean?
what
And head
happens?
up high. You was
Because
able
what
to get
happens? You
all your key points out. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Boom, and let it be that. And it's something obviously that you stand on them and that your feet is keeping the ground on, which you should be and should be unmovable in. But you know what I mean. But to be realistic with it, you know what I mean. There's some cases where you're gonna have to be open minded about, you know what I mean, and
Oh, you
just
yeah.
you
You
know
gonna
what
have
I
to
mean,
get in that ass.
and just pick the meat and pick the meat from the bones
Yeah,
kind of situation.
yeah.
When
It's
you're
some
dealing with
yeah.
people, but when it comes to getting into that arguing with people, when it comes to like your principles, you stand your ground in, you're
Yeah,
basically arguing with a damn brick wall. So
yeah.
you know,
Now
what I mean,
sometimes you're gonna
it's
have to get in that
pointless.
ass. Sometimes you're gonna have to get in that ass, Ray. But you got to know when to pick your battles, like because here's a catch. I mean, think about it, man. And this is the one thing I say all the time. Our manhood can be easily used against us if we don't understand that. I'm not gonna let you do that shit now. Now I done figure that shit out. See, the catch 22 is, and I seen it on panels, seen it on these co-ed panels, and I'm like, yo, dude, why don't he get the fuck off? See, the pride, they get you in their pride. Because they know it's a script. They know when they break up with you, they know it's certain things they can say to hurt your feelings. Oh, your dick is small, you're a good provider, but that's it. But this and that. They know it, they've all been trained on that. So I just tell them, yeah,
Hmm.
okay, whatever. I won't even go on your Facebook to dispute anything you say. I'll let you have your way. I don't have to explain nothing to y'all. I'm not defending myself. I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me because see, they trying to rope you in because they know our pride. So
Wait
if
a
they
minute,
go
hold
off
on.
on,
So now this going into okay. So what?
no, I'm just
So
saying in other
like
areas.
some people been saying that you're people saying that you've been pandering.
No,
You've been
no, no, no,
pandering.
no. I'm just speaking in general Because I've been on panels telling people I don't give a fuck. I've been on panels telling I don't give a fuck about what none of y'all niggas think. Because at the end of the day, we could talk all this alpha shit. I'd rather be a Sigma. I ain't trying to agree with no men. If I say, hey, I like flowers, and y'all say all that simp shit, nigga, I don't give a fuck because y'all don't pay my bills. I don't listen to no niggas. I don't. I can care less. I never did when I was young. Never did when I was young. I never do now. So I could be in a room and say something different. But nah, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this, right? It's like it's a manipulation tactic, right? Because they know the manhood can be used against you. Once you know who you are, man, why I got to prove? Like, yo, now what I'm gonna do? Cam up or send you a dick pic or whatever? Like, yo, she's fucking with you. She's fucking with you, bro. And so here's the thing, right? You hear women in chat, oh, he got roasted. See, that's that thing that make you feel some type of way. So now, instead of leaving with some pride, your ass gonna stay on the panel because of your pride. She gonna roast you some more. You gonna get in your feelings. You gonna have a high pitched scream, and you gonna be going back and forth.
Especially when the host is
not.
When the host is when you see the host is not managing the situation like it should be. But yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and
and in the back of her mind, she like this dumbass. I got this.
Hold on, Melody, is she there? Because she was snoring loud.
What you say?
Melody, she was snoring all the way over here. Yeah, Melody.
I'm about to bug out myself.
Yeah, she's so sweet, boy. But she'll be a loud alarm clock for you, boy.
Melody, you sleep? Right.
You got a number?
Well, I mean, hell, like if GC I think StreamYard got it set up. I think StreamYard got it set up to where if he was really like a co-host, it had some controls. GC could end the stream as a co-host. But man, it was good chopping it up with you though, brother Dixon.
Hey man, it's always good to see you, man. That's what I said, man. Like, even if we have different opinions, man, it's like a family reunion, man. We all sit down and talk shit at the cookout over here, man. We laughing and joke, man. That's why I fuck with y'all.
Hey, and that's what I like too, bro, right there, man. You know what I mean? And that's all about is ironclad brotherhood, bro. You know, real talk. It is that serious. Like, you know, and treating and doing good towards your brother. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. Cookout, beer, and all that good shit. But yeah.
GC,
Melody, she up? Okay. No, Melody, she's up.
Okay. Yeah, we about to bug out. But hey, GC.
Yeah.
The game changer. Anyway, shout out to Game Changer, man. You know what I mean? We had some good conversations. Always show me love. I think he one of the channels that I stopped by on my way, learning my way around the space. And then Melodies, I got over to Melodies channel. So always love, man. I love the vibe over here, the people over here, even the people in the chat. You know what I mean? I fuck with y'all, man. I really do.
Yeah, man.
So, happy birthday, Mel. Happy birthday, young lady.
Yeah. Yes, again, says little sis. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, I won't say the word, but you a bad bee. You ain't gotta look, you ain't gotta say it, you ain't gotta act like it. It is what it is without you even trying. Don't let nobody hate on you, Mel.
Amen.
You know what I mean? Enough respect. And if they fuck with you, you got a gang of motherfuckers. Yo, don't let me call the homies to come fuck you up. We fuck with you. But all right, though, happy bro. I see some good ass people in the chat. Hey, yo, shout out to y'all, man. Peace and blessings to the chat too.
Yeah, peace and blessings.
Get up out of here.
Right, I'm going to bed anyway.
All
right, sis. All right, you have a good one.
You
too.
Get
you some rest.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, good night.